Greetings, fellow Serenity, and welcome to another edition of the Critical Thinking Talk Show. I am your host, Khadija Tijan Nabi. I apologize for the slight delay, as I get a very, very bad cold today. So, there I get for the patient me with a sniffle. Once again, I all welcome. On the community announcement, I would like to give a warm birthday wish on behalf of the Critical Thinking Talk Show. A warm birthday wish to Madam Jamila Kamara of United Kingdom, Madam Khadija Tuyila, commonly known as Unbreakable K, and Mr. Alpha Sisi of Canada, and one of the other loyal young man where they between at this forum when a loyal, vibrant member of this forum, when Mr. Dumbia, and all we wishing all a happy birthday. Today we will continue where we left off of the handover note of the then President, His Excellency Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma, to the current President, President Madavio. We left off on page 11, if I'm not mistaken, the last time. Yes, I will review them briefly, and then we continue from there. Sorry for the last time where I get so many requests of people that will go and come in, but unfortunately, situation beyond my control, and I will bring it on. Like I said today, I did under the weather. I know they feel good, and all good evening. I'm sorry if I'm not acknowledging and name them, but I appreciate each and every one of you on this platform. After God, without him, there's no Critical Thinking Talk Show. So I truly appreciate you. I will pause here for a minute and try for send out notification, and with a line to read today's topic, we continue as we left off. Once again, and I will welcome Mr. Halfa. I've been just to give you a happy birthday. I see you said just log on. Happy birthday again, and to each of you now we celebrate today. Once again, Miss Jamila Kamara of United Kingdom, Miss Unbreakable K, Winner Yila, and I will welcome you. So I pause for 1 second, send you notification, so we'll start right away. Now therefore be me, and I will just log in. I've been just to say I need to feel good today. I get bad cold, so and I be me. Now therefore excuse me with the sniffle, yeah. And I will welcome once again. This message serves as a disclaimer. The Critical Thinking Talk Show, and neither do I, Khadija Tijan Nabi, Perseverance Tenacity, have the right to this song or music that will be played on this live show. They are only to be used as a form of entertainment to our viewers, guests, and general public. The Critical Thinking Talk Show thank Facebook and the general and the owner of this song in advance for your understanding. So I think no play and safe, no play one with Salon song, so that way we'll not get any form of interruption, I hope. And I'll be a miss smaller. I not begin send out any notification yet. I just try to see if I go send, if I go they keeping her entertained before I start the process. And I thank you. So I guess we go with Father Cross again. Yago do ba. And I welcome once again.
then now we bra. So we say star. Anything that's up, we just say star. Now ain't make them they feel say we na muku. The one can give we Roma for go rally for them. We then win, don't then lock and power we. Value vote to bother. We know they even so we ask. Ya go do, ya go do bar, ya go do, ya go do bar, ya go do, ya go do bar, ya go do bar, ya go do bar, ya go do bar, una answer, ya go do bar. Now we now have president, His Excellency, Ghana's project come assign, Rally project come assign, banana project come assign. Now this country, I get diamond, I get bauxite, I get iron ore for better me people them. So they turn around and ask me, they say the bar, we want for no, ya go do, ya go do bar, ya go do, ya go do bar, ya go do, ya go do bar. Ashley Home Store.
Okay, I saw you. So I don't want
Any Chihuahuas.
waste time. I pause the music and do a rules of engagement. Now we start right away. Then as the process they go on, then I go they send notification. Can also if people then go and come, they are ever interested in can go ahead and send in Mr. Dumbia, the birthday boy, welcome sir. I've been just to give a shout out on behalf of the Critical Thinking Talk Show. As you say, just come. I got making our all see many more with well body and long life, and I always celebrate today of this novel platform. So make a do with community announcement, and then we continue. So I will let off. Excuse me. Rules of engagement. Everyone have equal right here, irrespective of your political affiliation. Each of you have the right to challenge me or my guest, as long as it is done in a friendly and respectful manner, as we all work amicably and tirelessly towards national cohesion and towards a better Mama Salon. No profanity will be allowed, neither any gesture that suggests violence. We will respect each other even when we disagree. Anyone who insists on referring to anyone as Bona NGC, na APC, or na C4C will be placed in an irrelevant category and ignored. We all must understand that every Sierra Leonean on this platform have the right to belong to any political party of their choice as it was set forth in our constitution. No one will be found guilty or will be placed in a category of committing a crime because of their political affiliation. Use your thinking cap to build your case and allow Sierra Leoneans to make the decision of whether they believe you or not. Do not use your mouth to attack others. With that said, as usual, we're looking forward to another healthy, mature, and fun debate. As our logo implies, we will start our conversation by handshaking and end each debate a promise to each other of what binds us together under the green, white, and blue. With that said, once again, in our whole welcome. Last week, or a couple days I foresee, we go through from page 1 to page 11, and the very first page, the title na handover note, and then we proceed to the second page. We get Ebola iron ore price collapse, where the presidents give all the detail of the challenges that we face through Ebola, during Ebola, and the steps that we take for for fights and challenges, and the same thing through page 5, and in the middle of page 5 we go on that we also address on cause for 2030 aspiration, things that we don't put in place or plans in way for benefits we country up to 2030. They also talk about peace, good governance, and freedom. All this where they just briefly talk about it, and I can always go back to part 1 and 2 because we get break in during we process, and I can go back on those and try for revisit those whatever I'm missing. I'll be able for get all within we've been discussed on that first things there what I highlight, because I'm not able to go through all because it's long. I just want to go from what's our left. Like I say, it go up to page 7 of the title. I just I call on the bold thing. I just I call on talk about earlier, peace, good governance, and freedom. Then they take me all the way to page 8, and in the middle of page 8 we talk about justice and upholding the law, and then we talk about subsidy and poverty alleviation, and then they take me all the way back to which I will land, which was page 9, which on the top of page 9 we talk about reform and transparency. And in the middle, now then we stop. If at any time any of you now will get for join me, and I want to repeat some of these significant things that we don't make it not to all. If but I want a few, maybe we'll go back again and talk on some of them. So now go back again to USA left off. In 2007, when I took over as president from the late President Kaba, may his soul rest in peace, he publicly lamented in his handing over statement of how, and I quote, making the Auditor General's report available to the public before it has gone through parliamentary scrutiny was something government could not tolerate. According to President Kaba in 2007, even the president is not entitled to this document until after parliamentary scrutiny. However, I did not share his view, and as a firm believer in transparency, I ensure under my dispensation were taken so that as soon as the Auditor General handed the report to Parliament, it was instantly made available to citizens. Auditor General reports are no longer the top secret document they used to be prior to my attaining office. Now, my government has ensured the Auditor General's report is not only made freely available on request by anyone, but in addition, it is permanently published on the website of the Audit Service. So basically, it's a way it take over one of the things them where President Kaba may advise Sam, he may look say he want to take a different approach on that, which was the Auditor General report. It say step one take that and make them available immediately to the general public, and it not make them like a document so it will be like a secret for the citizen. Indeed, we strengthen the Audit Service Sierra Leone ASS abbreviation with enhancement of laws which gave more independence and power to the Auditor General. We also ensure all employees of ASSL were highly paid. The annual wages of staff of ASSL total 21.6 billion leons. To get an idea of what 21.6 billion leons mean, Your Excellency, may you want to find the time to compare it to the annual wages paid to staff of other important offices like National Electoral Commission. Indeed, my government empowered the strengthen the Auditor General like never before in Sierra Leone. So basically, this paragraph it did talk about how it makes sure say them pay the Auditor General them more than ever before, but than any other administration. He also compared that of the National Electoral Parliament have been very helpful in our multi-dimensional approach to combating corruption. The downside to this is the area of the Auditor General's report, which were later found to be inaccurate by Parliament. We'll get to the sensationalized in the media at detriment to the image of my government. Despite this significant challenge, I have ensured that throughout my tenure, the people of Sierra Leone can all now freely debate the Auditor General's report since they now have more understanding of what it contains. I am leaving office with my head held high in terms of promoting transparency. So basically, even though the steps that way they take, it make the Auditor General report go out quick than given the chance for them see if there's any errors for them fix them before the public see them. But it say it go rather take that chance there for make available to the people them then later on and do any correction. It says so sometimes they it can make people then can look on like somehow, but this not the I call chances then take for just no money transparency go prevail. I am also proud, and it also makes it left head up high based on how in with this Auditor General report in effort for promote transparency. I am also proud to note of how we institutionalize transparent performance contact across university and colleges and ensure the full and active participation of the media and civil society in analyzing performance of public office. We also strengthen the participation of ordinary citizens in the budget preparation. Furthermore, we develop an array of public financial management reform to ensure prudent, efficient, effective, and transparent management of public financial resource. And excuse me. Excuse me. So basically, it explains all the steps and way they take again for I call for make sure say transparency prevail. For the first time, also the mining sector transparently reported, disclosed, and disseminated information related to tax revenues and all payments. Combating corruption. The assertion that our country is listed as the most corrupt in the world is completely inaccurate. Let me state that my government recorded considerable progress in the fight against corruption. My government strengthened independence and effective of the Anti-Corruption Commission (ACC) by repealing the inaccurate Anti-Corruption Act of 2000 and passing a new act in 2008. The new act broadened the scope of offense and gave prosecutorial power to the Commission. A recent review of our country's compliance with United Nations Convention Against Corruption shows significant progress from where we were in 2007. So basically, it's in fight against corruption from where it may come to power up from the time from 2007. So Usaya Ibn Day is said a significant change against corruption, and that was recognized by the United Nations. The mandate of the ACC is not limited to prosecution, and the Commission has paid sufficient attention to prevention. Sierra Leone therefore continued to make steady progress in the rankings in the Millennium Challenges Corruption Control Index. Sierra Leone has moved from 36 to 52%, a 16-point upwards movement. The Transparency International Index also indicates an overall progress. My government got a special public commendation from Transparency International when I requested the Auditor General to undertake an audit of how funds to combat Ebola were being managed right in the middle of the fight against Ebola. Indeed, never in the history of Sierra Leone has such transparency been exhibited by any other government prior to mine. So it's saying basically, again, it is emphasized on the things that we do where make can be open, and they comment out and commend them on how transparent he was, and basically, obviously, they don't find any corruption in terms of this Ebola funding, as they make it clear. I know say we all can recall to that, and also we now ACC boss we also make clarity to that. Transparent government payroll. There has been a significant improvement in the transparent management and integrity of the government payroll in order to deal with previously perennial challenge of ghost workers and addressing dual employment. An EU funded biometric data collection is now well on the way. Payment of salaries is now much easier, accurate, and transparent since employees are all now being paid into their individual bank account. For example, teachers' salary are no longer paid as lump sum into school bank accounts. Every teacher now has a bank account. The computerization of subvented agency payroll, which was processed manually, has ensured the existence of consolidated government payroll, and the payment of salary of all staff is done directly into their individual bank accounts. The payroll database has also been updated with employees' NASIT number as part of efforts to ensure evidence of the existence of all government employees. This is in addition to a payroll strategy prepared to guide future work on the sustainability of the government wage bill. So basically, it do a system wherein that it make reference of ghost worker. I think so we been calm, it been find out say there was a lot of people that would be there now the payroll where they not been they exist. So another thing where it bring come in government bring was that all the teachers then get like a direct deposit. So when the months come, like the end of the month or when they get paid, then they pay them directly. And basically everything is transparent from what I understand to that. Mr. President, it is also worthy to note that in spite of the pressure on the economy, my government was able to pay salary of all government workers on time and without any arrears. The salaries of public sector workers were also increased several times, with the minimum wage increased to 500,000 leons per month from 21,000 leons in 2007. In 2007, the minimum wage could not even purchase half a bag of rice. As I hand over, the minimum wage can now buy 2 full bags of rice with change left over. So basically, this paragraph is saying during in time, it makes sure say everybody they get them paid on time and without any arrears. And he also say this time it increased the minimum wage. So the minimum wage at that time is saying not they even for able for help people then for buy half bag of rice. But where he increased this for the workers there, so he go able for buy at least 2 full bag of rice, which change left back in their hand. Public financial management, still on transparency. In addition to the Public Procurement Act of 2016, which brought Sierra Leone's public procurement in line with international best practice, we have also enacted the Public Financial Management Act of 2016, which replaced the Government Budgeting and Accountability Act of 2005. The PFM Act makes provision for improving the credibility of the budget by restricting extra budgetary spending, classifying the use of and laying a framework for the effective management of extra active industry revenue. The PFM Act ensures very high transparency in how our finance were handled. For example, Section 66 of the PFM Act mandate the accountant general to publish on a monthly basis all revenues and all expenditures in both the Gazette and on the website of the Ministry of Finance. What this means, Your Excellency, is that government in Sierra Leone is now so transparent that anyone from anywhere in the world can go freely check as to how much money was raised and how much money was spent by government of Sierra Leone every single month. So it's a doing in your administration and make sure say then they make this budget there or the financial expenditure, within they spend, within they not spend, make an open for the public and they put on a specific website, like I say, where any Sierra Leonean can go. If they get question, they get concern, they can go, then go see for themselves. So you make them transparent and open for everyone, all in the effort for promote transparency. Your Excellency, this level of transparency means anyone can now cross-check and disprove the recent false claim from some quarters that for the past 2 years my government could not pay the salaries of government employee unless money was first borrowed. It is absolutely incorrect for anyone to say monthly revenue raised were less than the wage bill, so salary could not be paid unless government first borrowed money. So it is say the propaganda or the statement the way people in the make say they get for go lend money for people with their salary, they not be inaccurate and a lie. You understand? All monthly revenue raised and transparently published every month for the past 2 years were in excess of monthly total salary to be paid. Throughout my 2 term as place priority on settling the wages bill before any other monthly expenditure was undertaken. It say before then they do anything else, the wage them for people, then for pay the workers them. Always don't be the priority before they put on anything else. As president, the Ministry of Finance, I double check whatever was stated. Your Excellency, I want to humbly recommend that you may want to also do so, especially prior to making public statement on financial issue. So it say even though they be they pay all they be they if it be trust a ministry them where be the financial ministry where be they make sure say their salary is they are paid. At the same time, as a leader, you want also hold yourself accountable for go back interest cross check. So if they go back and cross check for make sure say waiting and the claim for say I don't pay Sarah, I don't pay Saidu, I don't pay Lamin. Make sure say it be not be authentic, not be fact, and it also advise with sitting president for now it also emulates such behavior. Okay. Yeah, before they make any financial I call public financial statements for make sure say waiting the ministry then they say it accurate before they make any public statement in terms of any financial waiting self. Okay, so let's once again could not pay salary without resorting to borrowing is absolutely not true. It make emphasis again for say the statement where they talk say if you're not able for pay salary pass go borrow money, not lie, not to good and any borrowing that was done may have been for other expenditure and certainly for not for the wage bill which and excuse me which always took priority and always not paid from more than enough revenue we generated every month. So every salary we been get for paid and from the revenue where they been generate from obviously salon. But for say it borrow money for pay people then wage, it was not true. So they make emphasis on that repeatedly. Treasure single account. Another key reform has been the initiation of the treasurer's single account. So this one where with current president they say you make that single account. It was then done now. President Ines Baikoroma now enforced to do this treasure single account. So okay, now we'll go further. Another key reform, now repeat that again, has been the initiation of the Treasury Single Account, TSA, to unify and link accounts through which the government receive all revenues and transact all payment. A comprehensive inventory of government bank accounts at the commercial bank therefore gave a consolidated view of government cash resources. The TSA became operational in August of 2017 with a pilot implementation on 10 subvented agency and ministries. However, we soon realized we had issue of legality around our implementation of the TSA. So it say this accounts with itself now 2017 and bring up. But as they go in the process of linking, I guess, all the ministry then together, they find out say legality issue then come in place for linking accounts there. The urgent need to exact another law to enhance the TSA became apparent. So that end, my government ensured that one of the final acts passed through Parliament in 2017 was the Fiscal Management and Control Act, which I assented to shortly before my tenure ended this year. This action of my government now fully compelled MDA to immediately deposit all collected revenue into the Consolidated Revenue Fund, all in furtherance of the implementation of the TSA. So basically, of course, the parliament's been get for come with another, another act where basically I call them what's in the word would tell them the steps then would for take for this this TSA accounts way is set up. Your Excellency, let me here commend your executive order, which sought to follow my implicit directive after I ascended to the Fiscal Management and Control Act. Your Excellency is able to make that order legally because I had just assented to the Fiscal Management. Your Excellency may now wish to further enhance the legal atmosphere within which your order has carried out by ensuring the strengthening of the relevant legal framework. So basically, I guess one of the thing the way the former presidents make this current president emulate. So basically, they talk on that. External debt. Now, when they talk about external debt, I have noted the concern relating to external debt. Insofar as we have made considerable progress in increasing internal revenue generation, the reality is that Sierra Leone still needs external support for its national development agenda, which we continue to strengthen and grow the economy. Importantly, there has been unprecedented development in the country in every region, every district, and in every sector. This comes on the back of prudent management of our external debt through the conduct of annual debt sustainability analysis and the development and implementation of the medium-term debt management strategy. As a result, Sierra Leone debt has remained without any high risk of debt distress throughout my tenure as president. So you say obviously for now you go do certain things then for now we develop the country, then therefore Sierra Leone therefore depend on, but at the same time during internum and not take any debt where it be say go be at a risk or high risk for Salon. So it been basically they explain then things there. So bigger economy. My government's unprecedented development strides are reflected in Sierra Leone now having a much bigger economy than when I took over in 2007. Back then, the monetary value of Sierra Leone's economy and business activity was estimated at 5 trillion. By 2017, this is now estimated at 30 million trillion leons, sorry. In 2007, the annual revenue generated within 500 billion leon. Today it is 4 trillion leons. Foreign direct investment has grown tremendously from 288 billion leon to 5 trillion leon. We have also increased our international reserve from dollar equivalent of less than 600 billion leon to the current amount, which is the dollar equivalent of 4 trillion leons. So they try to explain how it meets the country in terms of money now, so on and so forth, the economy. It specify the amount it meets and how it don't make that changes then they and drastically. Okay, Your Excellency, the last 10 years have seen a remarkable overall growth in spite of the major exogenous shock, including the global financial crisis of 2008 and 2009, the food and fuel price crisis during the same period, the collapse of international commodity prices, including our major exports, iron ore, and the outbreak of the terrible Ebola epidemic. Over these last 10 years, we have used this unprecedented growth in resources to invest in social service and infrastructure more than at any other time in our country's history. My government's direct development expenditure on road, energy, health, education, tourism, communication, information technology, and other areas has above what it was in 2007. In 2007, the expenditure on direct development was $60 million. By 2013, we were now able to spread $280 million on direct development projects. Last year, the sum of $274 million was spent on direct developed projects. This is an 357% increase over the last 10 years and has resulted in a visible and tangible increase in access to health service, education, electricity, clean drinking water, road, agriculture, services and information communication technologies. The transformation cuts across and has been remarkable through it all. Sierra Leone debt has remained without any risk of debt distress, rather the outcome of our efforts in a bigger and bigger economy. So basically, it lists out all the things then where they don't do, from where it come, the improvements then where it don't make in terms of education, road, energy, health, communication, information technology, and so on and so forth. So we're on page 18. See and hear port transformed. Make us see if anybody send requests. I will bring one of in as soon. See and hear port transformed. Your Excellency, I am informed that your Vice President has already visited our seaport at Kleintown and has seen himself the remarkable transformation that is going to position our natural harbor to a major transshipment hub in the region. Our natural harbor to sorry, region. This has the potential to bring considerable economic benefit to our country. The container terminal port extension project is roughly financed by the private sector at a cost of $120 million. The Tideford Fort Bet port is also financed by the private sector. The Kisi Ferry Terminal development project, upon completion, will convert the Kisi waterfront to a luxurious tourist spot with sailing boats and beautiful hotel. It is now 40% completed. So basically, it just explains all the positive things them what it don't do for the port, and things that we don't put in place for make the place be attractive and bring tourists them, so on and so forth, and of course in return bring revenue to our country, generate revenue. Okay, in 2007, when I took up office, we barely had international airlines using the Lunga airport because of many challenges, including poor marketing of Sierra Leone and low civil aviation security standards. 10 years on, we have transformed Lunga Airport, which is now a destination spot for 12 international airlines, including some of the world's most famous airlines, and with arrangement in place for more flights coming, including the Qatari Airlines. So basically, before it take office, or in 2007, I'm going to give an example again of we airport, the Lunga airport, how poor of a condition it was. But with Mr. Jess, I'll bring you, yeah, I'll bring you and some other people that we want come on, but as well, patient me small. So basically, it been the talk about the condition of we airport, and the things that we do for make improve area. It list all out, and obviously certain flights are not been they land in our airports because of the condition we've been there, the standard we've been there, but it make improvements in all that area. Now this take we to tourism and promoting culture. Our transformation of Sierra Leone's tourism potential is simply unrivaled. In the last several decades, our lovely beach has been enhanced with construction of beautiful hotels and entertainment sports, and can today rival many of the famous beach resorts around the world with name brands like Radisson Blu. A new Hilton hotel is set to be opened shortly. Information of the tourism phase of Sierra Leone is breathtaking. Tax incentives to the hotel industry and an injection of fresh idea into the promotion of tourism have resulted in the United Nations last year classifying Sierra Leone as the fastest growing tourism destination in the world. A far cry from the days when Ebola obviously mess we up. Our tourism potential in developing our tourism and cultural industry, we nurtured our people to develop pride in who we are and in what we represent. So basically, it don't say with tourism and promoting culture. It give example of with Lonely Beach, how they don't build, they make them fine. Then it can even compare to other vacation places then around the world. It make reference of example of the Radisson Blu Hotel, a new Hilton hotel where it's set to be open as well. I don't know if they're not open now. And then also it also say even United Nations consider we to be last year classified Sierra Leone as one of the fastest growing tourism destination in the world. Okay, as encroachment and land dispute made their Aberdeen location no more ideal, the national dam was relocated to an ultra modern culture center at Mabala Village, mile 6 of 6 miles, constructed by my government to house them and also serve as a formal Institute of Art and Culture. In addition, construction of the first ever National Art Gallery is now set to commence with funds from Action Aid Sierra Leone and from government available to start the process. We have also laid the plans for three additional um, museum to be constructed in Bo, Kenema, and McKinney. So they talk about all the things them where it don't put in place for us in like museum for Bo, for Kenema and McKinney. They don't put all them things there in place for also for basically promote we culture. They talk about all that in this paragraph. Indeed, throughout my two-term, government-led Sierra Leoneans develop pride in our um, capacity to achieve our own goals within our culture beliefs. I found this was a basis for promoting unity in diversity. Your Excellency may now wish to leverage on the gain in tourism and cultural industry to promote the cause of national identity and consciousness. So basically, the efforts we do for now we embrace who that we be with culture now we not lost some and it basically further advise the current president for see if himself can work in that area or promote empowerment equality and tolerance. We're now on page 19 on the bottom. Sierra Leone youth empowerment, gender equality, and religious tolerance credentials are highly rated across the continent and the world over. Our religious tolerance is a source of pride, and the slightest inclination that may be under threat will usually see a formidable reaction from all concerned to protect the coexistence of Muslims and Christians. Your Excellency will certainly wish to sustain and continue to strengthen this. As we know what happened most recently to the mosques where they refer to as the Basharia mosques. So basically this paragraph, it talk about waiting how the world know we of we being religious tolerant country, and they urge or advise we sitting president for now we make sure say we maintain that because the world know we as such people. And as like I've said, going back to the Basharia incident, we know say we become a bit shaky regarding that, but we must not relent and we must not let we qualities them what we get as Sierra Leonean, especially with being religious tolerant. We must not let that go down the drain. Now that take me to page 20. Excuse me. My government has reviewed and reformed many laws aiming for gender equality through enhancing rights, improving and expanding access to service and justice for women. Many like the free health care initiative were developed against a recognition of the importance of our women as partners. Indeed, Sierra Leone women during my tenure have enjoyed appointments which broke the glass ceiling, previously limiting their aspiration. With the first ever female Chief Justice appointed by me, it is a fact that the only position which a woman is yet to hold or act within inside Sierra Leone are at the highest seat of the presidency. My government ensure our girls were inspired with the appointment of capable women into high offices. There were an unprecedented high number of women as ministry or deputy ministry in my cabinet. So basically, they talk about how to empower we the woman them, and this is now one of the things that we me personally commend them during in I call it in time in office. Indeed, we all can attest to that. That indeed, it try for empower we as women. So it talk about how na in the very first one we give a female chief justice appointment, and it talk about the importance for empowering. The empowerment of Sierra Leonean women was not only within the country. My government fully supported the appointment of Sierra Leonean women like Haja Dr. Zainab Hawa Bangura as Under Secretary General at the United Nations, with Honorable Dr. Bernadette Leah as Vice President to the Pan African Parliament, and like Madam Finda Koroma as the current Vice President of the ECOWA Commission. So basically, what he is saying, if try for find example, then for backup in statements, them it give three tough names them where it be appoint in prestige position them all in effort for empower with the woman then. In respect of our youth empowerment, we have appointed capable young persons to hold responsible position. We have also initiated the youth internship program to provide the hand-on experience our graduates so badly need to fit in the job market. In the National Youth Service Scheme, which in addition seek to promote national cohesion. So it talk about first it talk about how we empower the woman then. Now it further talk about how for how in your administration empower the youth them. And in at the very first we launched the National Youth Service. And excuse me, sorry. Okay. So let's see. For promoting national cohesion as is for the state. Other young persons have been supported through the Youth in Fisheries projects, public works, and agricultural. The stage for the implementation of the youth village concept to train our young people in various vocational skills has also been set to address the gap in the middle level manpower. You may wish to build on these programs as well as expand access to higher education. Already, my government has increased from 2 to 5 university, and the groundwork has been laid for the establishment of a sixth in the east part of the country. So basically, it talk about okay, not only the students that went it try for empower in terms of the youth empowerment, but also the one day where also they can land like them trade job, vocational job, them skills them will go also make them at least they will bring income. They're not necessarily in account and say not to all man go work in our office and not to all man go do vocational job. And so it then further encourage we current president for expand in this area or further do more in this area. Which I in left off, as I can always say, or we all can attest that government is continuity. Education. Okay, and also sorry, before I go to education, it talk about the university them from being from it increased the university from 2 to 5 university, and it also been say it make about the sixth one be in process. Okay, now going to education. Your Excellency, in view of the need to develop our country's human resource, my government took education as a priority, so much that the budget allocation to the sector has increased from low level of 3.7%, which inherited in 2007, to now be over 15% by 2017. We took deliberate action to education at all levels. For higher education, we have ensured the establishment of 3 additional universities, including Lincoln Wing University of Creative Technology, which is the first ever public-private partnership in our country's field of education. At the same time, we have secured funding from ECOWA of a brand new university in Kono, which is now well on the way. So it talk about the university them, it named them, one of which now the Lincoln University, when at the very first university where it say technology university where ever in a public or private partnership for the country. Then he also say then we get funding from ECOWA for establish another brand new university Nakono. So all that in a your administration do that. My government embark on restoring the dignity of Sierra Leoneans oldest institution of the higher learning by completely rehabilitating Frabe College and constructing a massive expansion of the campus. New lecture rooms and other facility have also been constructed on campus. Students and faculty are now poised to start using these structures. So say at some point we all been worried about Frabe College. Let it be known, say the then president put all measures in place for make sure say them reconstruct if even not finished, but it make it clear so say some is successful where it bring like expansion now part of the university and basically reconstruct some of the areas then make further go. We have also had challenges relating to the quality of education, for which steps were taken to address as well as to improve on equity and efficiency of the education system in Sierra Leone. In this regard, my government developed a teaching syllabus for basic education, strengthened school inspection through recruitment of support officers, appointed chairperson, commissioners, and staff to get the Teaching Service Commission (TSC) operational. Developed the first ever inclusive education policy, the first ever early childhood education policy, and associated minimum standard document, and two education sector plans (ESP), associated implemented plan, and global partnership for education program. We also conducted and published a comprehensive diagnostic study on education. So basically it try for say it recognize say we education system we don't go down. So what he do, he put all measures in place wherein a try for gets teaching service commission as a name. It gets it say we get the first ever inclusive education policy, the first ever early childhood education policy, and associated minimum standard documents. So basically time for tell we all the things that it recognize say the education be don't go down from trade and if that way they go put them. So just ignore them as the head of state. It try for put measures in place for improve them areas then they. We secure funding of US 17.9 million in excuse me please. I'm telling us say today I get cold, so in us excuse me. Okay. We secured funding of 17.9 million, 17.9 million from the World Bank towards the implementation of a project on revitalizing education development, which lasted for 3 years, and upon its recent completion we gained quality for an qualified we again qualified for an additional grant of same amount, for which I am informed your new finance minister has confirmed government efforts have yield fruit. So basically I say if we don't they mean of we get money for basically for help the education system, and if further make them clear say with current administration now, the finance minister confirmed for say they don't get the money because obviously they confirm say we will get some a second, I don't know if I think yeah, loan or yeah, loan for help for improve that we education system. Now, the fight against leakage in the educational sector was central in how my government served the citizen. To this end, we conducted four comprehensive annual school centers with associated report, which has aided the completion of the teachers' payroll, cleaning exercise, and saving of an estimated total of 432 billion leon from three elimination of ghost teacher over the last 10 years. Like I been say earlier, you know, say we become if we get some teachers then we been in a payroll with them, then they refer to as the ghost teachers them. So all that day now money then way the government be just they pay to Udan and then ghost teachers there. So you talk about them and maybe they try for see waiting how waiting been they cause this leakage there. So during the immediate post Ebola period, we provided teaching and learning materials for all non private schools and students at a cost of 26 billion leons and paid school fee for all non private school students at a cost of 67 billion leons. Over the past 10 years, we have regularly paid fees for all school level public examinations. Just for the past year of 2017, all examination the sorry just for the past year of 2017, my government paid a total of 16.7 billion as fees by our children. So basically they try to explain how we been spending money in terms of the education system specifically for public school, picking them, not the private school, how they pay for the tuition, the school tuition, and as well as examination. Okay, now Sierra Leonean students studying in various other country as a result of bilateral scholarship. So now, and I listen to this final bilateral scholarship have an astronomical increase in the amount of financial support they have been receiving from government. This include our full support of medical doctors who graduated from COMAS and then applied to undertake postgraduate medicine. So basically, not only do they support the students them na salon, but students them Sierra Leoneans them where they outside of salon, we go for go, especially the one where they pursue their career as physician or as doctors them, the government when they pay them full tuition, and not only limit to that, also the doctor expenditure, like for save then kind of the country, then kind of America or then kind of Europe, then get sick, of course now the government of salon I mean they take care of all that expenditure they, so all that they be part of the salon money. Your Excellency, as you can see, education was a top priority for me and my outgoing government. Our efforts resulted in increase in enrollment and number of students completing all level of schooling. My government had also recorded yearly increase in candidate taking NAPS and BECE examination, as well as yearly increase in pass rate at the BECE and WAS examination. We have also ensured annual increase in the number of approved school enjoying cash grant and other support from government. For example, between July 2016 and July of 2017, almost 400 more schools were approved for support. My government further took action to address the problem of overcrowding in schools by constructing 225 classrooms between July of 2016 and July of 2017. These were in addition to the construction of 165 wells and 362 wash facility in schools. Increase of students then where they take the examination, yeah, so it increase every year. Then it further also say like it give example of the Becker or WAS exam. They're all done in the expenditure where they come from the government. And it also further stated that say addition construction been there where they make wells them well for like get water, and then also like wash facility, and they assume say like a side where they go wash na school. So all that a part of the expenditure then way in government's been take for a best for encourage the students them or for improving that area of academia. Mr. President, one important initiative in the country's education sector you may wish to build upon is the revitalization, extension, and improvement of the school feeding program. So, incentivize and keep the children in school. This may be crucial in your free education program. So it basically they say decide they advise now the president say decide where if for basically or for make focus on now for now it provide free food for them picking their son at school. It says so since these presidents also say in the car with this free education, basically now that area they back again go find for them it cannot like work towards the free school food for the picking them. Now we go on the health within a page 23. Healthcare. Regarding the health sector, a mantra of my vision for Sierra Leone was not only improving on the affirmation, spread, and access to education, but also our realization that health is wealth. Ensure we positively transform access to healthcare for our people to address challenges in healthcare, especially maternal and child health. A breathtaking number of infrastructure and service have already been implemented, with even more so to soon be addressed. Nine tertiary hospitals are being upgraded as national medical centers of excellence, and over 57 other health facilities are either being constructed or rehabilitated, with the latest being the newly constructed pediatric hospital complex in Kiama in the western area alone. 5 additional hospitals at Lumley, Kiama Road, Macaulay Street, Rukupa at the advanced stage of completion, and each will have 100 bed space, adding 500 more bed space to the number currently serving western area. So make us stop here and I explain this. And they talk about the things that we don't put in place before these governments they come in. One of which, and do ya we former president now for forgive person like me, because when this Kiama Road Hospital come, I give kudos to we as Sierra Leone and to the current governance, not knowing because not at any point there was an acknowledgement for say the former governance where they don't put all measure in place. We just they cannot we launch them. So for now we know that make documents like this is vital, because waiting President Bayo do we forgive him kudos to, and waiting President Koma do or any future president, you understand. So me I they say I'm sorry because I've been give all credit to we current government, not knowing that, but reading this government it opened me eyes. This document. So this Kiama Hospital and many other one where they in place, like I stated, about over 57 other health facility where they don't put in place. including this Kiama Road Hospital, this maternal one who been gets we have been called say now a topic for now we see how we go health we Ministry of Health and Sanitation as to how we go about for maintain this hospital. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I've been titled that preventive measures. And so for now, get that clear. This Kiama Road Hospital now been from the previous government, but again, not credit for we all, not kudos for we all as Sierra Leonean. We have also expanded on the coverage of the free health care initiative by establishing the Sierra Leone National Health Insurance. Okay. Also, a national ambulance service and a national blood bank has been launched. So that ambulance, where people then they also argue say we if we not reading here, we need to know we not can just go by everything we do here. So the ambulance again now from the previous administration, like we say, government's not continuity. Then we don't put all this in place. And fortunate for President Bill, now he just come and launch them. Okay. A national ambulance service and a national blood bank have been launched. We have merged our great strides in energy generation with advancing the development of our healthcare service through provision of 54 community health center with round the clock electricity supply. So again, it said to make 54 community health center with round clock we get electricity supply under the DFID funded rural renewable energy project. And excuse me, Your Excellency, a challenge in healthcare delivery has been a limited number of available healthcare personnel. So, in addition to strengthening of the infrastructure, my government realized the absence of trained staff inhibited our vision, especially in the area of women delivering their babies. To this end, there was a multidisciplinary clinical foreign medical team of 43 medical doctors, four radiographers, and laboratory scientists to temporarily plug the human resource gap in the sector. To combat this shortage of skills, we have further established the School of Clinical Science to train our health worker to become physician assistants, able to complement our doctors. In addition, teaching hospitals have been established to provide specialist and postgraduate medical training in country to our locally trained medical doctors in various fields. My government also instituted a national midwife training school. We believe as we roll out more trained personnel, we can more speedily combat the dangerous level of mortality and morbidity numbers, especially for mothers and children. So basically, the president realized what we lack in terms of trained personnel them. So all sorry it put all take place measures forget people then trained for now we'll be able for improve in that area. It talk about midwife, it talk about physicians them, it talk about school way open midwife school way open all this for now you go train people. Then it also talk about assistants them will go help the doctors them and basically for improve the healthcare sector. Now page 25. Okay, that's continue. There's however a lot of success scored over the past 10 years. For example, the number of women delivering their babies with skilled birth attendance has increased from very low catchment number to 62% at the last DHS report. 87 87% of all deliveries now happen in safe institutions. The number of midwives inside Sierra Leone is now over 600 from below 100 when we took office. I was amazed to hear say the free education, the free healthcare initiative of my government has not been productive. Within just 1 year of its implementation, the free healthcare initiative resulted in nearly 2 million additional number of under 5 outpatient consultation and care visits by pregnant women, increasing threefold. This trend have continued, the immunization coverage for children increasing from an annual 67% in the year 2006 to 82% in 2011, has been steadily leaping upwards, apart from the breaking during Ebola crisis. So basically, it talk about how the free healthcare initiative don't benefit Sierra Leoneans them. Then it give examples of that. Completely free cesarean section operation and free healthcare with no fee for young children are saving countless lives of women. No, excuse me. So, the statement I just read, it said the free care health for cesarean, like the woman they will get for born, where they're not able for born naturally, not cesarean through the surgery, it don't save a lot of life. Whether it be the woman and the picking the picking them. Apart from the nearly 2 million on the 5 consultation recorded in the first year, 12,000 very serious maternity complications were managed in health facility, with a 60% drop in the fatality rate in these cases. At the PCMH referral hospital, the number of maternity addition grew exponentially. The excitement was palpable nationwide, as family no longer had to worry over the cost of producing babies. So basically, the free healthcare it help obviously the family, the mommy, the picking them, and now that it is still emphasize on or make example of. However, despite visible indication of marked improvement, our international partners consistently report that that there is no improvement in their statistic. Now, excuse me. No improvement in their statistic of death and sickness amongst mother and children. As a government, we have tried to understand this disconnect by introducing our own maternal death surveillance and response (MDSR) strategy, which is now enabling governments to generate its own refined data and statistic on maternal death. This strategy, launched last year, will allow governments to understand a real trend in real time and also take remedial action to end whatever are the reasons behind the disparity in the service delivered and the dismal index. So basically, it is try for same. Even though there was a lot of improvement, the I call they not be the report and say there was an improvement. So they come with a database where basically they will able to keep track of who that survived, who that die, in terms of like the woman, the way they go born, so on and so forth, and then they be able to help them for that and keep track. With the introduction of the free healthcare, over 80% of the most essential drugs are now available at all times in the public health facility, resulting to the increase of over 60% hospital and PHU attendance by pregnant and lactating women and children under 5 years of age. The free healthcare initiative has been a total and complete success story throughout my tenure since I launched it. Your Excellency may now wish to ensure it does not get derailed. So basically, nothing but success story. So it also advised we current president for also I call okay, Mr. James, no problem. There's a lot of people where they wait. I will try for bringing out. Okay, yeah. So and now, well, let me pause. Look like a lot of people that want come. So now I see that available. Now bringing out. Mr. James, I for send a request here. I need it before. I don't know how did they see you. Now, yeah, from other people, then we can go from there.
Yes, Miss Khadija.
Yes, sir, Mr. Sise.
Yes, mommy.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yes, 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 yes.
The line long, sir.
Will I
I'm not calling back.
No, 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 no. I'll be just listening. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, that just very close, quick. I just wear on the vest. I still just wear me close, quick. I just wear on the vest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, no problem. Take your time, sir.
Yes, yes.
In the meantime, I'm calling for the nurse.
That you listen.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Mm-hmm. I'm ready.
Okay, yeah, please. On.
Okay, will I take me your piece?
No problem.
This was wonderful.
So we're not done it today.
I know. This time I'm going to make myself read because this is very important.
Yeah.
It's very important. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, mommy.
Yes, sir. Now send yeah, go ahead, Papa.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I want to tell you thank you for this very important and very educative program we don't launch. I believe say this series here is not get for end today. You get for go on and on until you exhaust the whole thing. You know.
Yeah.
This not just an eye opener because I've read some comment them. This not a blessing for counter the propaganda agenda, the propaganda program where this current government they embark on for convince the Sierra Leone for deceive the Sierra Leone there, where they suffer the brunt of the lies and the propaganda administration. Like even for me, I don't learn a lot today from this program we don't launch this series here. I know say the first day we be launch it been get some itches, but like today, me only advice what they give if you get forget any contributor, they will just stay on the topic because this is very very enlightening. It's very educative. It's a blessing, and now the only platform now the only platform we dey for tell the bitter reality, the real truth, you know. So like me, I don't want for talk boku. I just want at the background for observe today and enjoy how people they contribute because don't touch certain field that just emphasize small on the free education. The government, according to the report, and it was clear and it happened that we don't exist. They pay for every public examination for public schools. Then they may get programs them when they deal with them, they get programs for build schools, infrastructural classrooms them, and then they try for deal with this ghost teacher issue. And now the government is where raise teacher them pay from 300,000 loans or 250,000 loans to 800,000 loans with a bag of rice. I remember then telling that Abide Salon, the first term, the first 2-3 years of Haneskoma government. But the thing, if any people in day, like, because the last time, one of the most vibrant civil society representative, winner Abdul Fatoma, after they don't interview them all, the last advice we give, where they ask us, say, okay, what's the solution for Salon? They say, we just get for be sincere, we get for be truthful. They say, now the only thing, they say, if we truthful, we say the truth. They say, we country go better. And I just told that line there, I just want deal with opinion. I believe that the only solution now in a Salon. The truth is there, but people just decide for blind. Few people we encompass not only if now the layman now we so far the people we will expect say them for represent the truth, like the Kanayom killers them, like the literate, the intellectuals them, the imams them, the people when are stakeholder in the society, that they don't become the instrument for deceive the people them, now they don't lost truth. So now make the society they go down the grade. The people that we not even deserve for rule that they will get now. So like the topic is very educative. It's very clear. It's like there is a pin silence where they read that in because now a taboo right and a salo for they not even no media no the way they talk about this transitional report. One, then deprive the former president for even make a statement at the inauguration. Now a deliberate plot. Then they really get for they want kill this. No media, no day na salo, no media, social media now, the television, the radio. Don't know one day come up with a program for read. No, say okay, let them read this transitional report. Let people in the way they debunk them. When they go say okay, no, you're not true, you're not a lie. But they see the truth, they see the clear picture. Right now, no media, no nothing, no Nasalo way they able to deliberate on this thing. The government don't seize everything. They try for silence and kill all the gains they hope we don't get. They kill because they don't want to expose them, let them see how incompetent they are. Now they try for trifle all their achievement, all them plan they are, all them thing that we don't do in the pipeline. They try for gain control. They try for take ownership of them by deceiving the people. They back with propaganda. So this is a blessing. They learn a lot when it comes to education. You see they strive from 2 university to 5 university and something back then at the pipeline. And I see the formation of Fobe College because maybe no me I remember I don't live there. I see the way we then transform the amphitheater, the way they transform the social amenities, the water and light, the way light and water be stable, they will not be get water and light. In the way they don't transform the place, but then they only need a show because they get people away in the society. Then can they call in neighbor where people they listen to say they want them for talk the truth. Politics not to pass lie. For life for they gain. So talk look like Samura. One of the quality way Samura gets now in credibility. You say them fail, talk and say we don't try or fail now. So now that they call statesman. No matter if you want power or waiting, but say the truth. The truth, not the truth. So I once more I want to bless you. I don't learn a lot from we start this program today. I just sit by and listen and at this now a big time exposure. Now then hear the media them for the talk. Now then hear because we want measure a government where they work for the people them. You get forget anything there. You get forget now the landmark then they were. Usa una meet. Usa una come. Usa una pick up governance. So Usa una they go. When Chijanka about transition to Haneskoma, he then at parliament he read all in transitional report. He read what he left at the budget, everything. So then all Haneskoma government to that standard day. When it come, it was determined say in 100 days I forgive the city, the capital city light because that was the most burning issue then ten day. We Kabata they kill people and they come overseas with a light
Talking
Kabata.
about that, I want to share that with you. Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
Under page 26, energy and electricity generation. Mr. President, the lack of electricity has been one of the biggest hurdles to our nation development, given that my government inherits the darkest country on the planet.
For sure.
In 2007, the entire country, ancient meal,
Yes.
the entire country's electricity production was 47 million kilowatt hours raised from a mere 10 megawatts. I was handing over the countries with 350 million
Imagine.
kilowatt
Yep.
hours produced from over 280 megawatts. We achieved this monumental success through various efforts, including exploring thermal, hydro, and solar potential, thereby restoring power for the first time in over 30 years to major towns across the country.
That was true.
Another reason for our success effort has been amendment of our law to so that national electricity generation is now separated from sale and distribution of electricity. In this way, private entities are now legally able to invest in the electricity sector. As a result, the access to electricity supply is now expanding all over the country, especially in the provincial area.
Sure.
Brand new electricity supply have transformed the social livelihood of many rural towns like Makali,
Segwema. Yes.
yeah, Panguma, Beniti, if you don't sabi the salon.
Segwema, Panguma, Tonkolili,
Binti,
yes.
Kona, waiting, Kona, Kredi.
Konakri, yeah.
Konakri, okay.
Yeah, Naden Lunge, yes.
Yes, okay. Wise place in a forgive me with the pronunciation. Don't say what I left there. Wise place is like Kono. Kono got electricity for the first time in 32 years.
Sure.
Maboka for the first time in 33 years. Potuloko for the first time in 32 years. Lumley Beach for the first time in 32 years.
Wow.
Charlotte Village is also set with a brand new hydroelectricity power supply. On international cooperation front, 2 electricity interconnection projects, namely the West African Power Pool.
The West African Power Pool.
And the CLSG.
Miss Khadija,
Sierra Leone, Guinea, are set to contribute significantly to our national efforts of overcoming energy shortage. So this na plans they always don't.
This plan, this I just want just up to 1 minute. Okay. Okay.
Nationally active ongoing projects and other planned projects such as Bumbuna Phase 2.
Phase 2, yeah.
Yes. Betma, BETMAI, Betma, CEC, the solar park, and various solar farms will soon bring on board an additional of almost 300 megawatts, which are already targeted to be shared nationwide, including in Kailaun, Kenema, Kono, Bo, Pujam, Bont, Moyamba, Mile 91, Calabar, and Kamakwi. Kamakwie, na Kamakwie.
Yes.
Kamakwie, yes. Okay. We have further secured a $53 million funding for the complete overhaul of the Bo Kenema Power Station to considerably improve electricity supply to those 2 major cities, as well as several villages along the power line. Several other projects are ongoing to generate more electricity and improve the quality of electricity supplied across the country. So now stop it.
Yeah.
And then electricity.
Yes. Just imagine. Usai the APC take Salon as far as power generation is concerned. Look, this West African power pool now a very important issue. Now, we don't already don't is already funded, is ongoing. So then there for him to talk there, the media, Salon people there for him to talk, let them know say anybody we not get standard, any motorman or anything we standard no to better thing. Now make if we don't set the standard there, this transitional reports, each radio station or any side, television, radio, therefore they talk them, make them know say now this standard here, now in this government on can take. So they expect more. Look like that Waterloo Masheka road for go all the way to Lausanne. The road where them is saying have been falling. Now the one where this current government they can continue the construction. Now 2 lane, don't cut into 2 lane. So they see the I
So
don't
hold
know.
on, when they get to that,
Yeah. So
now safe drinking water.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Within our page 27, on the safe drinking water, Your Excellency, during my first term, I realized the importance of paying special attention to providing safe, clean, and accessible drinking water to our compatriots. So at the start of my second term, I created a special ministry dedicated to just that. Many of your critics, including within your political party, did not understand the importance of this new ministry and criticized me. I want to thank you for justifying my decision by also following my footstep with your appointment of a minister of water resources dedicated to enhance the continuation of my efforts at providing clean drinking water to Sierra Leoneans all over the country. What I feel for do for the for Putana with local Franca. The previous one where I've been just read before they interpret this one for we viewers them for the layman, the mami then the make. I go do that, Mr. Malik. Send me a request, yeah, and I speak.
Yeah.
So basically, what it says that a lot of road constructions them if they don't put in place. No, sorry, what I don't read, not only road construction. Forgive me. The lights now be they read before the water, right?
Yes, before the water.
Yeah, yes, energy and yes. So basically, the last administration they do so much everything where they're not able to accomplish. They don't already make provision for
Of
that.
course.
For the next administration take over. That's one. Then the one where I just read now basically with the water, they try for say where it come, it make that they know the importance of water now the country, and these are some of the things the way it don't put in place. Now read furthermore. Your appointment of it say where it being appoint in at the very first president where appoint a minister for that ministry for water and this and that. It said, but we do that initially in opponents where now we current administration the Salon people
yes.
them they criticize and say why for make minister in that area. But now it look and say now they tell this current president thank you now because himself it take on a footstep.
Yes.
Himself gets minister in that ministry there.
Yes.
You understand? Okay. Our visible, tangible success is in provision of safe water are worthy enough to compensate for all the unfair criticism. As I hand over to you today, we have increased access to safe drinking water to additional 1,300,000 Sierra Leoneans outside of Freetown by constructing water station and pipe-borne water in their area. For the capital city of Freetown itself, a seamless development of our dry season project has ensured water gets delivered to many citizens throughout the dry season through innovative efforts. Okay, so be more specific, in Bo, Kenema, and Makeni, the three towns projects is now fully operational and serving the entirety of those regional headquarter towns. Furthermore, in Pujom, Maboka, Yonibana, Mile 91, Kabala, Kambia, Lunge, Lonsar, and Kailaun, brand new water supply system are now operational. Potoloka water system, which were installed, are now due for rehabilitation, whilst Moyomba town water supply is poised to soon be completed. In Bont municipality and in Koidu city, pre-feasibility and feasibility design studies are respectively now completed. Your Excellency, you have inherited a government that is already addressing the remaining challenges of drinking water for Freetown. I therefore draw your attention to the excellent findings in the visibility report I commissioned on the potential of the river Rokel being a source of water to serve the geographical stretch of communities from the proposed new city of Mamama all the way
That
into
was sad,
central
man.
Freetown.
Yeah.
Okay, we now know that the flowing water of the river Rokel can be extracted, purified, and subsequently supplied to residents.
Yep.
With this dimension capacity of Guma Valley Dam to serve a growing number of inhabitants of the capital city. These findings of River Rokel are welcome development. Meanwhile, my government has already initiated and secured funding for several projects which aim at the bringing an end to the persistent problem of water shortage in the capital city and around Sierra Leone. You may wish to build on these initiatives to scale up the provision of clean water, clean drinking water in the western area and across the country. So basically what it is saying that in governments don't make all these things in place with water. Of course, again, I will continue to repeat this. Governance and continuity.
Na
It don't give
continuity.
all specific, yes, all
Seriously.
specific example of what it don't
It's
do,
so sad,
what it don't
man. We
accomplish.
country, we
So
sorry.
many
We really,
places them.
he's sorry.
Yeah,
He's
one
sorry.
second, Mr. Yeah, Miss Small.
Yeah.
It don't make for the layman go understand. It don't make I call them provision of all these places that we make specific them in a the names they were called. It don't make all that the one the way it not be able to make they don't do the feasibility studies for basically then they go know what's in and get for do. You understand? Then basically these governments will take over. Then it further encourage the government say for then it continue usa it left off. So I don't know if you want to come back before I go further.
Well, you know, like I say, it's rather unfortunate. It is rather unfortunate. There is no way an Escoma for succeed doing this in 10 years if you know for me follow the foundation way Chijanka Babi don't lay. If you, I mean, an Escoma, I don't remember say he rejects any company we can as salon we don't establish under Chijanka Babi regime. Then that's it. The all the other institutions in the he maintain them, he empower them. You know, he uphold all the institutions the way Chijankaba left. Now make it succeed. You know, look like this Mama project. Look like this Okel River where they don't do feasibility study. No say they for be able to purify that river. They way for able to supply the one western area region with a new city now. Mama, what's really not the problem for stop the Mama project? We for be say we for be an envy na the West Africa region. Yes.
So because the other one can patient me
Yeah,
small,
let them come. Take me off, let them come.
No, wait. Wait for me first. Wait, yeah.
Yeah.
Now we do road and bridge infrastructure. Within
Yes.
page 29. Your Excellency, it is common knowledge that my government embarked on the largest road infrastructure development program in the history of our country. On that score, we have completed the rehabilitation of the Makeni Matokaka Road in the north, the Potloko to Lunge Highway, the rehabilitation and widen of the Makeni Kabala Highway, the rehabilitation of bridges and widen of the Masheka Bo Highway, and the Matoka Yeyi Road Phase, Yeyi Road Phase 1 in the north. In the northeast, while the phase 2 Yeyi Sefadu construction is almost completed. The rehabilitation of Bo Kenema Highway in the southeast and the reconstruction of the Kenema Pendembo
Pendemo,
Highway
yeah.
in the east have been completed, while Pendembo Kailaun Highway is almost completed. Almost in the south, the Bandajuma segment of the international highway between Liberia and Sierra Leone has been contracted out. It is to be connected to the ongoing construction of the Bandajuma Mano River Bridge Highway, um, with its 3 expansion bridge is now at a very advanced stage.
Yep.
The groundwork has been laid for the rehabilitation of the Tayama Injala,
Yes.
Tayama Injala Road and the Moyomba Junction to Moyomba Highway, which will link up with the Moyomba to Shengema Highway that includes several bridges. In the western area, we conclude the reconstruction and widening of the Grafton Regent Highway, Wilkinson Road, the Lumley Spur Road, Wilberforce Hills Station Road, and the Lumley Aberdeen Beach Road. Phase 1 of the Hillside Bay Pass Road is also now concluded as the mitigation work at Tengbe Town and Moiba,
yes.
The Lumley Token Road and Phase 2 of the Hillside Bay Pass Road are both nearing completion. The completed reconstruction and widening of the Hillcut Jomo
Kiyata,
Jomo Kiata, Kiata King Haman
Road
are in progress. We also completed the reconstruction of the Congo Cross King Street Signal Hill Road and the Congo Cross Main Motor Road, Wilberforce Road. Similarly, we have also completed the King Street Freetown Road, Lumley Road, Wilberforce Road through to center into Lumley. A complete rehabilitation of the stretch from Blackhall Road through Kisii to Calabar Town has occurred on the old road leading to the provinces. In addition, several kilometers of roads have been rehabilitated or built in many parts of the western area. In the northern part of the country, we have further completed the Freetown-Conakry Highway, while the redesigned construction of the Wilkinson-Masheka Highway into 4-carriageway on a toll system is progressing very well. In meantime, a successful contractor is now mobilizing after my government secured funding from the European Union for the construction of a dual carriage bridge over the Robere River. This is happening simultaneously with the construction of the Mabang Road and other bridge. In addition to all this inter-district network, the reconstruction of road in every single district headquarters, town, and several other major towns across the country has been done. Many district headquarters towns have experienced third road with very good cement drainage system for the very first time under my leadership. The road and drainage have not only been built, but have been regularly maintained for sustainability and sustainability. Your Excellency may wish to ensure these roads continue to be maintained even as you expand on road development. Before I go further, so basically for now to explain to them, this part on do boku roads them, the one they were not able to do, they don't put money in place. The funding they don't they where any governments will take
in the continuation.
Yes, so all that side they were don't name the mommy they would watch this. Now all the thing they way don't do from the east now, west now, north now, it don't make all then now go for connection. 1 second. For connection with neighboring countries, we have ensured that the construction of international highway are completed or now far advanced. For the gateway leading from the south, I have already mentioned ongoing construction of the brand new Bo Panda Juma Pandajuma MRU Bridge International Highway, which will stretch from Bo District right into Liberia to Pujom District and including 3 bridges. Okay. For other international gateway, one of my first priority on taking office in 2007 was to clear up the scandalous financial issue around the EU funded Robbery to Guinea Road rehabilitation, which the contractor has abandoned because of issue with then SLPP regime. My government successfully rebuilt the confidence on the European Union, and we now were funded to not just rehabilitate the stretch, but we received funding to construct a brand new international highway that lead from northwestern Sierra Leone into Guinea, commencing from Robbery Junction. That particular international highway construction and completed in my first term positively changed the face of traveling and trade between Guinea and Sierra Leone.
Yeah, that was a
And
blessing. One day, few hours from Sierra Leone to Guinea. Now, that is in a all 2 days, 3 days travel.
Wow. Another northern gateway is the Makeni Pamalap Kamakwe Medina Ola International Highway, which lead into neighboring Guinea and is in far advanced stage of construction. On completion, it will lure trading partners from landlocked ECOWAS countries who will then use it to drive down to access our seaports, since our port will then be near for them to access them and the ports of other country. All 3 international highways are of international standard and are critical in enhancing and increasing trading ability, not only with Guinea and Liberia, but beyond within the ECOWAS sub-region. To open up in countries, country movement and access, my government has secured funding and signed financial agreements for the reconstruction of the Cambia Kamakwe Road, including a bridge across the Tompore River. The procurement process is already in progress for the construction and widening of the Mile 91 Robele Junction Road. All technical studies are at an advanced stage, while the Mile 88 to 91 road has been contracted. Mr. President, in spite of all these wonderful developments, our people still need a lot more infrastructure development to grow the economy. Against this backdrop, I have commissioned the construction of the Mamama Airport City and the feasibility study for a proposed bridge across the Lunge Estuary. Okay? Your Excellency may want to explore creative way of funding new infrastructure projects so as to allow your government to redirect its own revenue on other social service. In this regard, I wish to recall handing over statement of President Kaba to me in 2007 when he advised me to consider a toll system arrangement for the early construction of a key link road. I want to pass on that advice for you to consider toll road as first advised by President Kaba. I wish to also use this chance to clarify another issue within the 2007 handover notes of President Kaba. The main roads which he mentioned were not all highway, but the vast majority has been a mere grading of inaccessible road by bulldozers to make them better, passable. For example, the Koribondo,
yes.
Yeah, Jendema Ferry Road, the Makeni Kamakwe Road, and the Kabala Road, road is cited as completed. We're merely having bulldozer grade and open up these passage after the war ended. It is only under my government that each and every access mentioned got the benefit from actual highway being built there. Similarly for that, okay. So now stop there. So basically, it just been to give all the for the mommy that way they listen. It don't they give all the things that we don't do in terms of accomplishment. You don't fully make it.
No,
Terms grow them, and he also say some of the advice of no at the echo. You hear me? Okay. He also talk about some of the advice them of the former president, the late President Kaba, where been getting Handover make. He said I be even advice and for do that toll system for basic for negotiate income na the country. He says, and then he say back again the roads then where even been advice them all been put into consideration, but none of them gets highway, but even can now it's try for do a better advance what is it? So I don't know if you want to say anything because two other people.
Yeah, let's just say something quick. You know,
yes, sir.
like I said earlier, Ernest Komano for be ever succeed if you know for being get that if you know for being continue with Usai and Tijan Kabalev. You know, like I say, we this now one of the most unfortunate time na salon we don't miss Miss Khadija. We been get all the privilege. You know, now a miss point for we, the Ebola, it can be obstruct. Then this group, this pauper look like today. Just for one vocational center, we then go open. One small vocational center, if you see President Day, Vice President Day, the First Lady, then go spend hours day. Just waste time. The guy is so idle. They don't get one vision for that country. Look like the mega project they are where Ernest Koman launched na salon. If they see tangible evidence, not to say na lie, like when they say this, that, so propaganda and lie. For go up in one gain, small technical side where they say na police woman there for go them see, they see then showing machine they are funny stuff them. The president go spend past 1 hour, past 2 hours. The president and the vice president and the first lady. If they no say baby. Them people are not get vision or not get no sober thing for do for that country. Now one of the most unfortunate time this now the history of Sierra Leone. Look like the major project, the Mamama project. What's in the reason? Look at like the toll road where they already oppose. Where even in the president say where Canada the first thing and the way they close. Not saying they operate so now one of the major income earning source than they right now. We see the lie and the lack of vision. They all, when they can say they take the toll road off as they can the first end. Now, the toll road now one of the major source of income for this government. You know, we don't miss a point. America, after the Civil War, what did they launch? They launch reconstruction. Now, reconstruction and connect the one whole country. Rwanda, after their own genocide, what did they embark on? Reconstruction. They make the country connect them, they rebrand the country, the infrastructural development, they see them every day. Now they sell country out. How we able to access the country from one place to another? How how people able to commute the easy look like the Guinea road. Where we say the people they take almost days with struggle, gallop, Poto now one gain few hours. So man don't go buy business, you don't come back. So for me, this is sad. This is now one of the saddest moments in the history of Sierra Leone. I can talk this every day. This particular regime, if not be other people in car, let me to APC say people we get right mind, we get good vision, we don't get bad for that country. Day. Like for still there, now the same pace where for they go. But this now an unfortunate era. I pray let God make it easy for people. And this, I want to just bless you back one more time for letting you cover their issue there and their issues there for able to deliberate. So we able all this government to responsibility say now this past government we don't put. Who's our own day? What's in our own vision? What's in our for do? Not for talk and lie on people and you know intimidate people all kind of craziness. Still we're not even necessary. Look like what did happen. Go arrest indict former president in Peking for murder case where they say now still we're not even necessary. They say focus on something where necessary. The people the economy they go down the drain every day. Then just they trivialize things and more. Play cook business. Today want to see the president they spend hours. It just they pass the one game building small room there. vice president and first lady, I say, Salon, who's tell we country they go? Now then tell for put there, Miss Khadija, continue. This may be a series. Let we exhaust this transitional report because the people in Asalo not be getting privilege. Because I know, like I say earlier, no radio station or the way when they able to propagate them thing there, when they able to tell it through as it begins, so they go arrest you. So let this be a series. Let we exhaust this thing. Let we invite people let them contribute. It no matter how that it be, SLPP or APC contribute, no, see, no, digest this transitional report to the fullest. So now at the end, at the stop here, at the listen, at the follow up.
Thank you so much. Now bring the next person. God bless you, sir.
You're welcome, mommy.
Okay. And our patients me on the line long, so I bring the next person, yeah. Patients me, I bring you. Yes, sir. Mr. Malik, welcome, welcome. You're there, they have been expecting to come. So
I know.
no time for start, eh?
I don't know. It's a for start. I don't know because I watch your audience. They talk no more. It's a minute. And definitely, now you're right. Now
Blow my session.
Exactly. Now constitution right and for blow mind.
Yes.
So definitely, we all can agree for disagree. So
exactly.
Yeah. So like I just I just start from the last topic, which you talk about I follow up.
Yeah.
I follow up the last hour we talk about the former president in Peking or whatever, like in terms of indictment or whatever, like, First of all, I want to just say we all equal. First of all, we are all equal in the eyes of God. Okay, nobody's above the law. Whether if not president in Peking or whatever, like it commit bad, then the law for indict him. You understand? We're not going for sideline people. Let me the point that for say, oh, na president in Peking or whatever. Like if you kill somebody, if me Peking maybe what cherish, what love, they kill somebody. Definitely, you understand? If them find out guilty and no say really the law no say this, then find out guilty, then proven guilty. Why make well, I don't call her not to miss any legal kill. You understand? Sometimes we never for sideline certain ways. You understand it because of see how they support green or they support red. Okay? We get for looks. Sierra Leone is bigger than SLPP, is bigger than APC. Okay?
Absolutely.
Likewise, we all belong to a political party where with the support or whatever, like, For me own support of political party, I really support because based on color. Color doesn't define who I am, okay? I really support political party because of say a common and north or a south or a east or the west. I support based on political program, okay? But most of the time, they see Salon people and then they support based on regionalism, based on ethnicity, okay? So based on their personal interest. This nothing and this way I want just try for categorize in one pot, you understand, for put in one place, you understand? So like I listen back at some point where they read I think I don't know if you know the note of the former president, okay? It's totally disrespectful in a point that you as the outgoing president, you understand? If you don't do a lot of things, right? You get for be if you're proud for serve the people of Sierra Leone as a human, okay? No matter what, we all can commit errors, in life. We all not perfect, you understand? Mistakes is and they will do every blessed day, okay? While we still seek perfectionists in, if I say me are perfect, then, you understand, during the inauguration, no matter what, come out, you read or whatever, like, talk. I'm proud for Savona, my fellow Sierra Leoneans, I'm proud for Savona, as a president, an outgoing president or whatever, like. This not the thing and this what I do, this not the thing that I will accomplish, this not the thing that I will accomplish, right? I know we can lay a pamphlet, you understand, a pamphlet like I just write, while maybe today you try for break them out or all this stuff, you understand? How many people are able to get the message out? How many?
You saw what saying? You saw what
I
saying?
say like example, the outgoing president, when a former
Yeah.
president EBK and it's by
Yeah,
Kroma, okay?
you believe say for we don't get the opportunity for
If
present
we
and to
don't get the
Sierra Leone and
opportunity, because normally now outgoing president, right? You know, one thing
yes,
like I'm
yes.
proud of former president, may ensure rest in perfect peace, right? Likewise, perfect, ain't too back, not perfect. You understand?
Yeah,
With a
yeah.
proud for serve the people of Sierra Leone. Okay. So like
When I say you
example,
not answer first, you concern, sir. The first concern, I know say sometimes you be feel say now be the choice of the former president, Kuruma, where you know present and to we. Now it make me say become curious as to why we not for know why not be presenter, but it not be allowed. They not be allowed at all for not a
no,
presenter, and
because,
that's the
no, no,
I will give them their weakness to we
what?
president now. You understand, eh?
Mm-hmm.
They're
Okay.
not being given the chance for a
No,
presenter.
because normally, listen, the,
Mhm.
he was the commander, he was the president. And he hand over the staff. Okay.
Yeah.
Until the time, because normally the army was under his control, the police was under the
No,
control.
no, be fear now. So yeah,
No,
you know, say the
wait
way how
for.
things been done. No, wait, no, be fear. Yeah,
Mhm.
that man was not allowed. You know, go force say papa if I go present. A way how you call it, where they don't go swear that man in. You understand? The inauguration are just a ceremony now. Where they don't go swear that man. It don't become now the president. So how he want things for now go now, so he get for go. Dr. Ines Baikoma no longer be the president. It gets me. So me at the take and say we go for be sincere because this now we country. The decision of we now president for say you understand, President Komano give accounts to we the citizens them how he run we country. That was a weakness. That was a wrong move. Me na me humble submission. But go
Okay,
ahead.
me your humble submission to the people and the audience them too. You understand it definitely. That's what we call a healthy debate. So, like example, we
Yes,
get
yes.
the access for come out. You understand it? Okay. If they not be allowing for submit the for read the thing that we do, so at least why make them go allow them back for say, well, can't get the staff at National Stadium. How we look this
Well,
stuff.
then in another thing where so tell we presidents now go answer to that. You
Yeah, so
understand?
you'll say because listen, we all politicians, what I mean. They may play politics in France now, you understand? Definitely, you
Yeah.
understand. That means for say politics is all about games, you understand? Me
Yeah.
politician,
What
yeah, yeah. People they share
when I tell you,
they share your video, they make it just like they stiff all the time.
now tell you something, yeah. To be sincere,
Yeah.
okay. Some of the parts the way they acknowledge some of the challenges the way it gets. As I read to as a humanitarian, you will feel so sad for them, especially with the Ebola on. But when you read this document with waiting they do, you understand? I will see the reason why the president now no go want because there was a lot of accomplishment. Now call things as we see it. He acknowledged some of the side them and the side the way accomplish. Like for an instance, he say, I don't make this road, I don't make this road, I don't make this road, I don't put money for this road, this and that, but this is on a day now you get for continue. He acknowledged Usa not accomplish or waiting enough finish. Then he also further give advice, say, now so and so for this make look like for an example of this we being a country of religious tolerance, you understand? He make example of that. He also advised the presidency. Then he also continue for see that we maintain that quality of we as Sierra Leonean. You get me? Eh? We all know say no former presidents, whether not from Pashekina or from Pakaba, Momon, they no go say we no go say they're all perfect. All man no get in shortcomings, you understand? But what see we for do as Sierra Leonean, we not right. If President Madabio he accomplished one thing as Salon today, we for able for talk him and give credit to him. You understand? Look like that Kiama Road Hospital. I commend them, I congratulate them, but I not be no say if I not be read this document, I not for be ever no say now from the previous administration. You understand? And when he writes this handover, why they read this in note here, certain thing the way the advisor it also give credit to them. You they get me? Eh? So if we're not able to acknowledge people their accomplishment, we're not able to tell and say, hey, like me personally, if me means they in the shoes of President Bio, when I go open that hospital, they say, I will still it no go take for me go people that will respect you even more. Say, hey, this is not the work of the previous government, they don't begin, so now we don't continue. You they get me, eh? The Sierra Leoneans go be so happy for them. You they get me? But if we not acknowledge the strength of Pakaba or Pasheki or Momo, whatever they may not accomplish, will make them seem like for saying, now we no more they do them here, or they're so bad, they don't do nothing for the country. It's not nice. You see, so now me making them come back in, sir.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Let me just touch certain
Yeah.
side. What I mean? Okay, likewise, government continuation, right?
Yeah.
If the 2007 election, right? it became come in power. Okay, Pakaba lay all the foundation. Even the roadway, it just right on that one. You understand the way it talks? This this guy will just come out, from the debate or whatever. Like would have found the road between Pamalap, you understand it? Take Freetown. Now the SLPP government. I go
No.
Now the SLPP,
I think so. You
because
know, you understand some of the things why they
European
read it.
Union, no, the European Union, you understand it? The European Union now fund that money there. Now fund them. Because why?
I think so. You know, you understand some of the thing there.
No, I just sat inside.
The European Union, they don't even cut ties with Sierra Leone.
They
but now it come back again and can't give them the confidence for them and give with that money there.
They be don't fund them. They be don't fund the road. I tell you plain. You understand it? And even where you go, you understand it, where you go, because the project we don't start during Pakaba in time. You understand? Pakaba during the Pakaba in time, they don't lay all the foundations them, right? Government are a continuation. So like today, if you IBK come say, okay, right, it lay in pamphlet, okay, what you write to, they talk about what you don't do, what you don't accomplish, whatever, like, which is good, kudos, you understand? It try on certain roads, you understand? But let in back no feel say, you understand it in the other way, like na in do one. But the road they don't start them during Pakaba in time. So just like within just like you talk about the
No, I don't think say that in a clear statement.
no, just like
I don't think say we
like
talk. No, what do they say? The way they talk.
You talk about the people, right?
No, one second. You not talk like a patriotic. You they talk about no. I want to talk on this way, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. This man accomplished a lot. No, pull the road out of the equation. When you talk about education, I lay out a lot of things, Tim. I still not done it with this thing. No, pull the road out of the equation. The things that what this accomplished is a lot. Me personally, I not be get no clue until when I read this document. If I believe so, for build a system where every Sierra Leonean get access to every president they hand over notes. Because if not, any government where they come, even after President Bio, the next one where they come, so say go and bury the accomplishment of Bio. You get me? So if we forget access to every Sierra Leonean forget the right to every president in Handover make. No pull down it commot. The thing then with the education wise, this far been there was a free education as far as me concerned, na Sierra Leone. It make it obvious. It's 100% of certain students, okay, now say like the college, it's 70% for tuition them. For students, they get paid. But the one way the situation so bad, 100% of the tuition and they get paid. Sierra Leoneans, the way they outside of salon, when they oversee, when they study, especially the one that when they take in like course like for become physician them, doctors them, then they pay for them not only the tuition 100%, then they also pay for them the like medical expenditure, like say if they go see doctors, so on and so forth. The things that what this part don't accomplish me, wallahi, if I not been read this make I not for be ever.
Well, listen,
so don't pull the road though. No, pull the road. Come on,
I need to talk on party issue, right? Me not to fanatic of the party. Likewise, APC or SLPP, right? But when we talk about certain things, then back like as if you understand it, accomplish certain things. If you talk about the free education be done the not to into one, right? Then during Pakaba in time, okay? Because normally from primary school, Pakaba implementer, then they are be this Sierra Leone. Okay.
So, but we
So,
know they talk about Pakaba. We they talk
no,
about this handover note. You know, go
we
able
talk
for give this
no,
man credits
no,
for
I
say
know
he do something
no,
as
listen
alone.
me. If you
The
talk
stuff
about
the way I
if
read
you
Naya,
talk
so
about
we
no,
be surprised for you,
I mean,
Mr. Malik.
the
Seriously.
Andover note for me, you understand it? For me, honestly, if I come out from the horse's mouth, not to the pamphlet, the Andover note, you will count then till the get the bull mind, you come out, you understand it? Because normally, look, and Pakaba be proud, you understand? Pakaba be
Nah,
really
nothing
proud. Smile. You know,
patriotic silent, but I go listen. I'm not gonna say anything again.
yeah,
I go listen now.
okay, he'd be so proud. He came out in the national stadium, right? He gave his speech, everything so far. And even till today, when you go over YouTube, you listen the man after the war, he fight hardly everything so far. But he not be lucky for implement all the project then way he go finish him. Okay. So but in the end, he get a successor way he replace him. Okay, he give everything. So that means definitely 2005, you understand? Yes, things will go well, naturally on 2007 things will go well. But after from 2007 election, 2012 election, you understand it? Now everything capsized, you understand? In last 5 years, you know, do nothing. For me, not do nothing. Because nothing in the sense like, okay, the 5 year we do, the first 5 year, he work as a real estate man, a real president, you know what I mean, for boost the Sierra Leone issue. Everybody was happy. The first 5 years,
Oh.
okay, he really try. I will give him credit on that side. You understand? Let you happy now. So the first
Oh
five
no no
years,
no 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 no! I want to be sincere with yourself.
no,
It's not
I'll be
about making me
sincere.
happy. I
No,
just feel like whether
in
even
fact,
like me, if you don't watch me show, even when I begin the handover note the other day, I commend the president on another launching where they just get. I believe say for Sarah Saralini, we get for call things as we see them. Whether or not this administration or now current or President Kaba happened to be my own uncle. You understand me? But what he do, I commend them. You understand me? Also, he left off. He not able to accomplish everything. Also,
of
he
course,
left off. You understand? And this part pick up. Then we give him credit. Also, President Biyoge for accomplish back again. No, we talk him. Wallahi, if I not be read this handover note, now make her become curious as to why this man not be allowed for get for no yearly. So I want to see what he accomplished or what he not accomplish. So now it make me curiosity, make her able read this thing. And when you read them, you just say, wow, because there's a lot of things that this man not do nothing, not did, and I think say fear. You dey get
no,
me? But like how you say,
the first 5 years. Listen,
yeah.
me, the fund be there. Okay, the fund be there, money be there. Wait, well, but the last remaining 5 years, okay, nothing not be going well. You understand it about corruption. Okay, so it's like it's just like no more
So, but you know go look and say,
Mhm.
okay. So okay, you know go look and say the calamity the way we get. Because it make him it acknowledge that all. It say with the Ebola take it to like a zero. And even the sub-region, you understand, where it comes to Guinea and Liberia, the way it affects we Sierra Leone, it pass how it affects Guinea and Liberia. He acknowledge that. You understand? So you know, feel say for put that into consideration, say, not saying that he's perfect, he make mistakes them. We all agree with that. You understand? But you don't feel say with the Ebola and then the flood, all their 15 and they also take a toll on the presidency.
Because we know what they talk say Ebola make the man or whatever like the this or that. You know what I mean? Don't no blame Ebola in certain point. You understand it? A government, you understand it, get the capacity, you understand it, for push the country.
Yeah.
You understand? No matter the
Mhm.
circumstances they go on at the country, they get the opportunity, then get all the manpower. You understand it, for control the economy, the system, everything so far. Okay. Waiting me one just try for talk about. Sometimes you don't see in some point, you understand? Low we understand certain point. Because everybody, okay, now the Ebola, you understand it? Would they blame Ebola in some point to defend excuses, you understand? In some point, you understand it, for low we just escape certain point. It tried the first
Okay.
5 year, it really tried.
So,
It put things in place, you understand, in the first 5 year. But the last 5 year, do nothing. For me, do nothing. Because
okay.
low we call things by their name, right? Because one thing
So
like
okay, no agree.
minute to
No
party
agree.
same
Say
person.
what you say. Yeah. So what you say now? Now agree. Say you say
Mhm.
not do anything the last 5 years.
Yeah.
So now within a 2019, what thing you feel say so far with this 18 months where President Bayo don't come, Bio, what's in to accomplish from your point of view?
Me own point of view, listen me, because you know for say Lord we give it time, you understand it, because we get more
No, I
time.
know, but
Okay?
what's in so far
Because
you feel say to accomplish?
you know go able come, let me say in 18 months, you understand it, you fix the problem of Sierra Leone. Because the mere fact that anybody, you understand it, even to the way people they admire Rwanda, they compare Rwanda and Sierra Leone, you understand it, not to one great day, they fix Rwanda, you understand it? If you take a look, Paul Kagame.
Okay, so for the first 1 year, no say no forget first for the how you call them for the it gets 2 more years now, just say 2.5 more years. But for this 1 year, what if you say to accomplish so far?
For this 1 year, it do a lot of things, you understand? It do a lot of
Okay,
things.
name some, please.
If I name them out, and I will begin talk about other things because then we'll begin talk.
Okay.
It come
No
out
name
with
no more.
now we just say okay now the first 1 year, okay, it put the ITS in place. The ITS now a good initiative, okay. While a lot of people they don't know what in the ITS meaning, okay, because they're not used to that. Because they're used to that, they for say, can I take money, I put it under this, you know what I mean? This now one major thing that a country with a good, okay, just like
The
this,
single account.
the single account, the tax
You
administrative.
know, say if you been they were they read, you know, say na President Koma started on the first.
No, me I tell you plain, I
So
disagree.
you don't know, eh?
I don't
So
know
now make I say no, read this document
me
good, yeah.
Because me they talk about the ITS, the tax administrative system, okay, we then put in place. Because
Okay.
why? Listen, even the bank we then get the money. You understand? The bank we then get the money. I know how the bid pass. Okay, we then make the bid. The company we get time, inside them go take the money. You understand? It for come for, because you go for use your money before the government pay you back. Okay, me I know about the company. Okay, that company they I know because why? The bank that person they work day now a good person to me. Okay, I'm not gonna call a name because for security reason. Okay, even when the thing come now in desk, they say, oh, Sierra Leone, you understand it? So you able read about them, you able send them to me, I able watch with me, eyes them, you understand it? So now that time I able know doing with the ITS system, how they want to implement them. This now one thing and this way it do when a good thing with President Bio put in place. Okay, so secondly, the free education, because I'm not going to put on, because if I talk about the free education, they go talk, say,
When I tell you,
so no.
See the way you don't the line book will not tell you something. Now make a short for you. All that the importance, I would say not for you know, no agree to disagree. Number one thing, what person can and a governance, like I always say, right? Maslow hierarchy of needs. You put first waiting more as priority. The angry boku saga, that is a priority. Now that is the first thing first. Now in any president, whether not President Koma or whatnot, you understand me? Or Pasheki, whatever the case may be, where you come first as government before even you go worry about bridge. The first thing first now for make sure say we get to basic necessity them. Which number one is that we stable food. You get me? You go argue say okay, this part don't try for go bring bakery, but bakery it fine wonderful, but we stable food now rice. You get me? Eh? So if we're not able to attack them thing and day, when a priority for them get if them belly full, Sierra Leoneans them belly full, they go forget about anything else where that panel accomplish it.
But angry, I not cut your word. Angry be done during the time of APC, right? Angry be done,
yeah, but not to this extent.
So, no,
you understand me? No. People them from I get some authentic thing. Yes, there.
Smile.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, right? I did Sierra Leone for 6 months. Okay, I spent 6 months in Sierra Leone. Why be the bill school na put local? Okay, so the mere fact that angry be done this alone. So this nothing is not new to me.
Yes,
okay, because why? New to me because I've been at the ground.
Yeah.
Secondly, secondly, you understand it?
Somebody they call. Wait, hold on for it more. Hold on. Critical Thinking Talk Show. How may I help you? Kindly identify yourself, please.
Yes, this is Mohammed, the call for Maryland.
Yes, sir. Welcome.
Yes, I just want to give a small contribution to this guy we engage the guy right now.
Yes.
Yes, because it's like the guy they come up with a tangible evidence. They just come counteract just get no evidence, get no premise as to how he argued on this.
They laugh you right stuff.
They showcase something,
Yes,
so,
sir.
It's like in the whole line. Where they counteract, they put tangible evidence.
It can't cause trouble. Don't enough.
Okay, Aksa, smile. Aksa, make you tell which tangible evidence.
We need to digest this thing. It's like a national paper. We will talk about, not to laugh, not for serious.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Well, for make small fun. Not so. For make fun small, not for do. We appreciate you, no problem.
But it trivialize the issue,
Yeah.
If they counteract the example, say, no, this is that we don't do it, this we don't do this. Of course.
But I talk.
But then they will step, no, say, okay, and the school we don't do this. Maybe this government take for Musa, they don't stop.
Yeah, that's
But
right.
it's not a game blanket statement.
Okay. So it's saying Semi actually make some reference regarding President the late President Kaba. Yes, he did actually, he did, yes. But no problem, yeah. And they can't pull and they say because that people in the wait. No man, Mr. Malik. Okay, yeah, thank you. Mr. Malik, you cause trouble, eh?
Yeah, I'm not saying right now, to be honest with you, I want to just tell all the APC folks them, right? We all nationally okay? We can disagree.
That man independence. This money and independence. You will be there before in independence. Not the APC, not the SLP.
Okay, but I want to just tell all the APC folks them, right? We all love Chevalier.
Yeah.
We disagree for agree.
But okay, I tell you, that is one of the rules. No APC, SLP, I know just talk things as it is. So not say APC, SLP.
I'm gonna be frankly speaking with you. Say me a frankly person, right? I know say most of the time, most of the people with the kind of platform, I know them saying that APC issue, everything so far they can come then contribute.
No, because one mix so not say that they
it makes okay, let's take us it makes.
Yeah, it makes
okay?
not say
But
that.
Lord, we just agree for disagree. You know what I mean? Because the thing as I say, we be the ask me a tangible, the guy be the ask say, we'll give it tangible thing and this or whatever. They give out, you understand?
Yeah.
So you be the read the note, okay, they handle the note. So the mere fact that for me, you understand it, because sometimes where the support party, you want listen somebody way maybe me, I will tell everybody I can support SLPP, okay? I can support SLPP.
Yeah.
Based on
when I sit here, I
if
sit here with the fairness of God. I want to clear that, yeah. When I sit here with the fairness of God. If NGC do something wrong at the column, APC do something wrong at the column, SLPP do something wrong at the column. You understand? Because this platform is a mixture for everybody. But if we see things in black and white, and no one sit down and argue, say the previous government not do this, not do that. So what I did was I go all out for say, make I get this document. I take me time, I analyze them, I read, I highlight, point them. You understand? So that way, when I argue or bring out anything, let it be authentic evidence, not to just say something. You get me? Eh? Yeah, so this, when I stand here, I represent every Sierra-Leonean, green, white, and blue. You understand me? One person they call, hold on. Critical Thinking Talk Show. Kindly identify yourself, please.
This is Savin Nurses.
I'm sorry?
Savin Nurses.
Oh, wonderful. Hello, Miss Savin Nurses. How are you?
I'm pretty good, very good.
Yeah, welcome. Oh, somebody else they call. Hold on, they are not answer the other call. Critical Thinking Talk Show. Oh, the person no hang up. Go ahead, ma'am. At the other number. Go ahead.
Yes,
yeah, go ahead, madam.
Yes, sorry. What do you want to say?
Yes, ma'am.
The issue where people and they discuss about the country and
one second, madam. Critical Thinking Talk Show. Identify yourself, please. Mr. Ibrahim, hold on 1 second, yeah? Hold on. Somebody then at the WhatsApp line and do direct call. All right, madam. Go ahead, ma.
The topic about the country, not to way it's people for take as a joke.
That's all.
Because there's nothing we should be proud of. Or even the freedom they try for defend people them. We don't destroy. With this guy for even as a citizen of that country he say he go build a school in Port Loco. And you see the condition of that country. And let me not just talk about him. But because of what they say, I just feel he's very clueless. Just don't have the sympathy for the nation or patriotic. Because if anybody will love their country, we want to see better in that country. You know, they discuss the issues, you know, they laugh if you say it's a joke. It's not a joke. People are dying. People are suffering. If it became time, people are hungry. Let me tell you now, people are more hungry. It don't increase. Because price of goods don't go up in services. Isn't that common sense? Please tell me that if it's not common sense, the prices of goods, taxes don't increase because it came in and increased taxes for goods and services. It takes the subsidies them way the past government be the offer for rice and other things them, and you tell me say nothing happens, there's no changes because back then things were difficult and now things are more difficult and you sit down there and laugh. I think you're making a joke and a mockery of yourself. It's very insulting.
So, ma'am,
very insulting.
So first and foremost, I want Miss Sevens, because Miss Sebi they laugh, but I've been just want to enlighten the whole entirety, not to offend any of we viewers, because we all voice matter on this platform. So do you they ask for forgiveness, and not to for insult any Sierra Leonean? Do you, madam?
No,
Yeah.
He's currently laughing because you know what? I don't live in that country. I am not. It's not affecting me personally in a sense, but it affects me some way somehow because I have relatives in that country, and I love my country. And currently, I am doing something in my country to help the poor people. Then, so when you sit down there, you laugh, you see how people are suffering. It's ridiculous, and it shows that you have no humanity. And
Yeah,
you
I
can
do.
laugh as you want. But let
Okay.
me tell you, that young people then, they suffer the way others are suffering and dying in the street of Freetown or the other villages or other quarters of that country. And you sit down and they laugh.
Yeah, because I love
So
smile.
sorry, ma'am.
Shame on you.
So once
Shame
again,
on you as a citizen of that country.
Okay.
And you say patriotic citizen. Shame on you.
I do shame on you. No problem.
You cannot take care of yourself. Go ahead and do it, but don't mock people.
You know,
Don't
it's not mockery. You know, I need to mock people.
Everything the same things were difficult. Now things are more difficult. Ourselves.
Sure.
And stop being acting like fools.
Government are in continuation, right?
Everybody
just-
has freedom and they are fools. There's nothing funny about this.
Okay, madam.
Okay, ma'am.
Nothing funny about
We
Madam,
are
this.
so
let me just
sorry.
quote. Let me just quote.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, if we offend you
Thank
any
you.
kind way, so sorry, madam. Thank you so much.
I don't feel saying they make a mockery of the poor people when they die in Africa, when they suffer now.
Yeah.
The suffering was there.
Yeah.
But the Kenyan and local people, they continue to suffer every time, every government coming, they should be suffering, they're suffering for increase. Is that right?
Yes.
When they talk saying APC and they suffer, that means where's the people can need for suffer? The suffering to continue.
Okay, ma'am, no
You didn't
patience,
misquote me,
yeah.
madam.
Thank you.
Yeah, big
Thank
ma.
you.
Yes, ma. So
Okay.
yeah.
Good night.
Yes, good night, ma.
Okay, you know,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
one
say,
second,
I think
Mr.
say
Malik. Before I
your
bring somebody
platform,
else in,
listen, the
one second,
platform.
Mr. Malik. Yeah, now address that. Yeah. Viewers, do apologize for anything where maybe, you know, we all voice matter now. So any get right for come and express itself, how it feels. Sometimes they what they say and how the next person they perceive and are two different things. But not at any
But
time wherein will be the
Smile, I'm not
laugh
cut
for
you.
we
I'm not cut you.
offend any
Listen, I
silent.
go out
Yeah,
from the platform. I go.
No, 1 second, not 1 second before you go, please. Patience. So do you have
listen, me. I want just tell the last caller where I love smile. You understand it? Likewise, human suffering are all the time smile. Smile and my strength. Okay. The mere fact that I need to smile or mock anybody. Okay. But sometimes you guys, you cannot listen. Okay. I'm not care for feed anybody. It's routine. It's 1 year. You understand it? It's all about the truth, nothing but the truth. Okay. Me not a person like this. You understand it? Me not a plain preacher. Okay. The mere fact that human suffering not to today start naturally on. Okay. Pakaba in time, okay? You remember Pakaba in time, Cambo Tiger or whatever like, okay? People they talk a bag of rice 60,000. People they say expensive, angry day, okay? Pakaba come out from power. Ibeke step in, okay? We hear back the same thing back say, okay, Tranga, you understand it? The ground this or whatever like, you understand it? Ibeke don't come on. Now President Bio don't come in, you understand it? They say, okay, we're angry, we need food or whatever like, you understand it? This nothing and this way at least go change. Even inside America, you understand it? People are suffering, okay? Even in France now, people they suffer, you understand it? Food no day. But let we just take it, let's just reflect people in back, okay? We get a fertile land, naturally on. But most of the time, Chevaliers, they're not like for do hard work, you understand it? They see agriculture as a nasty job. Sorry for my language, okay? Because if you tell how many thousands of people, how many millions of people in Freetown, how many thousands of youth they in Freetown, if then youth then decide for say, okay, you know what, let we give a helping hand, let we go into agriculture or whatever, like, you understand it? You go tell, if you tell any youth, then they go tell you, say, me? But if you figure out, you understand it? How for push a country, now the youth, now the people get forget a mindset, say, you know what, Lord, we take a stand. But take a look from Burkina Faso during Thomas Sankara in time, okay? Where Sankara be the, in 4 year way is spent na power before the executor, okay? How many differences, how many things in the way change inside Burkina Faso? But Lord, we just say sometimes the reality. And not say sometimes, you understand it? People in different various parties, they're not you want to read the truth, but nothing but the truth. You understand it? Maybe on politics what they play, not to forsake for can give sweet is what you why you read it and they feed out. But sometimes we therefore receive the heat, the truth that will push we people.
Hold on, somebody else they call,
You know?
Critical thinking. Hold on 1 second, no hang up, yeah. Yeah, so Mr. Malik, please now we hand down a good note. Like I say, we start with Shekan. We end up with Shekan. It's okay. Sometimes the car can say even me, it's okay for no challenge. They challenge me. We all are brothers and sisters. We go agree to disagree. We don't ever look things as APC as LPP, but rather at as Sarah Linian. Do you are big no vex? You know, say this platform now you say so do you are big. You know, say your nickname back now smile. So we say na the same guilt. So
I smile.
I don't get that problem. Then.
Yeah.
So they say if two legs smile, they melt. But that's so God make me. So do you are big? It's okay. We agree to disagree, right? So critical thinking, please hold, please. Yeah, so do you are big, Papa? I don't take them personal.
No, I'm
the
not
line hot
personally.
and then they wait back again.
I'm not taking personally, right? I will let you out, let you bring somebody in. Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. And
thanks a lot.
I'm sorry. Please.
I love you all, yeah?
We love you too. God bless. Take care. Yeah. Sorry. Yes, sir. I know say the call. Yeah, welcome. Yes, sir.
How you doing? This is Ibrahim Kamari call.
Okay. Welcome. I know say it's a good contribution to the topic.
Yes. I'm now related to my brother and seeing them anyway. It is try for talk say why President former President Anes by Kuroma no read the Handover notes, but it look like say they hold on to for let you the try for address and tell and say this not the reason. The man the man don't become a president, they don't swear in former president and it's by Kuroma not get any order. And if you look at President Bio no able for allow for let President President Alex by Kuroma read the notes, the Handover notes, in order for allow because now that's they don't campaign the way God make them succeed. And that they don't campaign say, hey, you know where the people here they don't take free country, not you know they can't take over a government, we don't get nothing. Yes. They don't know nothing. So how on President Mada go allow for the former president and by Koroma go give that note the he will read that note to the level let everybody understand them. Now this are some of the reasons the way I feel say my brother Mark no really understand. Yes. And just talk to with mama, with sister we try to talk to them, say brother Mark the try for mock situation. No feel say now mock in the try for mock situation. So me country for done a foot and big arm and talk to them say let you know feel offended but we just know that what we dey talk na yam go able make we country stable. But the only thing is, I feel say it's like if we talk some things then I am, would that then have corner where they get the message there? Maybe they go able to take half of them for let at least we country will look better. Yes, but in some cases, I say in points waiting make it vex because we they see a lot of folks them where they talk for this government, you they see say na mock than the mock situation. You they see say na mock than the mock situation down to the ministers them. How you they go sit on a TV station, then tell you say, oh papa, they say the country dry, wait till you want take butter. You say, well thank God na rainy season, the rain go soak. You don't feel say now in the type of mock situation. In a mock situation, the lay people out there where they watch, where they listen, they're not gonna feel happy. Yes, but the one the way they support them, they go happy. They say, oh well, you don't give them bad talk. You don't give them bad talk. Yes. They try for talk, but brother Mark be they try for talk, but another point about the single treasury. In the type of talk about the single treasury, how you they go team up because Nadana the only thing we are feeling that the only they brag on this single treasury. But how you they go type of order you put all your concentration on this one grain account in business where you talk say money no this. Nothing, you know, means nothing. Then you focus on that particular side. Yes, you campaign for that. But because you go sit on England at BBC, they ask them, they say, how you go able to bring free education? They say, well, at the strive for stop the deep holes them. At the strive for stop the something like a potholes them. Now so it give the remark. But right now. Not to even we not even start for we not they see potholes and but we they see gutter now big gutters and now we they see now big because if you they travel in and out and we understand say the more you travel now the more you they get money now the more than they give per diem inside this per diem they come out now that same single treasury now they come out then it means you the try for make a river. And they say they try to block the you hold them. Then now not to hold them again. Now pitch them now you don't open. Now pitch them now you don't open. Yes. Then the other point again we come. On Friday, on Thursday, I go work now 1 day. Now the state where are there, I can go the most cases anyway, but sometimes I don't can get the chance to go inside right at the place where they make bread. The bakery they call them I think I forget the Green Lion. The bakery they call them Green Lion, so I go see the machine where they take because I do a technical engineering. So I go see the machine where they do all the stuff they do. So I try to take information about that machine. They know the voltage where the machine they take. So the guy the manager get for coming say, "Hey, what you they do?" I say, "I just want to know this machine in voltage and I want to know how it with itself in load where it they take and how much it get for cost." He say, "What happen?" I go for tell us. I say anyway. I say we government. We country where I come out, the government they try, the government don't just put in for build a bakery The man say, what in? Now I say, yeah, the government they try for bill. He say, why government they go to for bill a bakery when just like a single person na ingo tima for bill that bakery. Then I say, well, I say, I don't know how I go reply you, but I feel say maybe ingo find a way for let at least himself for let people they know and say yes, you don't do this. And so now so I just wait to say I tell him. Guess waiting. That man, when I return Friday night, when I go there, so he asked me all which country that's now. I show him the country. I tell her the country name. Then from there, when I go the next day, you know, but you know, say that people are there pass with their able. Waiting, they always they tell you say they say we want hire per black man. They say put on a paper. In anything we want hire per black man, put on a paper because black man don't get time for read. Yeah. Yes. That man, when I go there that next day, I say Ibrahim, what's in the oldest bakery in our country? Now so I say something like lion. I say they call a red lion. When that man begin to describe the bakery for me, he tell me say for the first time in history, for like I know say the red lion, the name and bien. The name behind the person will be get the bakery, it be get a banner in England. The person will get a banner in England, the bar name Red Lion. So in name and behind that a bakery, it tell me everything. He even tell me say he even talk to the person where they in charge of the bakery. He even talk to the person where they in charge of the bakery. You know, some of them, I just look at and say some of them there, you know, now for let no more than find way for try for draw up their lapses, for let at least they able to cover some spaces them. But the man tell me definitely say he not feel say now a government opportunity in waiting in right for go team for build bakery. He said things them day we at which we all know say yes indeed things them day where governments they put hand by way with the succeed. But I not get forget any doubt in that. I not get forget any doubt in that because if a vice president go open a Wangren street pump, he go make a opening ceremony for a street pump. I not get any doubt in that they can do anything for possibility. But the only thing is that pa no get one chance, Mr. Malk. That pa no get one chance for read. And if they say make you know read that statement, make you know open that paper, they let you read and let you just hand over. Now that you get for falla. Because they don't talk all kind bad thing but the past government. They don't talk all thing but the past government. See, indeed, they don't mess up the country. So Sister Khadija, yes, if I talk, I just down the number. I just want up more towards me brother and do ya mama, me at the baby, you at the baby. Sometimes he find back there we laugh. Nainde waiting he laugh at your calamity. Yeah. But trust me, some of we brothers them. You really know they look sweet. Waiting make the bami they talk so because they don't talk. They don't wait yourself. He don't too much. He don't too much. Yes, but I know they tell you lie. This government. Let we pray to God, let the Almighty help we. But I know they see nobody it's where they talk now this government where they talk to go. And they definitely
well, what's happening?
Doma Williams did infos where if they begin for award people that are America where they lie in go the number one in from the money first. I know well a record now but when she asks for Doma Williams, waiting and they tell you say Doma Williams not lie man.
Yeah. So be fair with
him. Say the people that we push I don't care. The people that we push I don't care they will not cut.
Yeah, but to be fair with him, when he been come the last time, I mean, he been talking like a patriotic Sierra, you know, to be fair with him. And then also I've been getting the opportunity for get an interview with one of the present government officials that I get high respect for when Mr. Radoyoki
when I get that interview, they instead be talk like a patriotic Sierra Leonean. So to be fair, that's not all man will be bad, you understand? He speak on issues them, he accepts where the weaknesses were, and he speak like a real patriotic Sierra Leonean. So anyway, with that said, now I'll let you go. Now go answer the other person instead on the patiently waiting at the phone. Thank you so much for your time. Yeah, God bless you, sir. Yeah.
And you too. God bless you too, Mama. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Caller, thank you so much for your patience. Kindly identify yourself. Sorry for the wait.
Yes, Miss Khadija, this na 7 Masters.
Oh, okay. Yes, ma. Oh, you called back. Welcome. Sorry for the wait, yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
I'm very sorry.
No, it's okay.
For if I come out very strong,
Yes.
but I don't apologize for anything I say.
Right.
And why I don't? Because I think as a citizen of that country, each and every one of us have a responsibility for let me tell the truth.
Absolutely.
We did now another man nation. We see how people are so passionate about issues where they affect the country. They go out there, they didn't even drag them, police they drag them, they tie themselves down. They say no, we want our right. Why we Sierra Leoneans we can't do that? We know they talk the truth. We're always ready to attack. And once you don't talk the truth, for me, anybody, and I'm saying that you there in front of me or I hear something, if I'm able to go and at least tell you, say what you did say is not right, I will not be quiet.
Yeah.
And even when I'm in social media, anybody will become very dishonest, I will block you because I want honesty. It's about my country. It's not about you as an individual.
Yeah.
It's not about the one that will call themselves leaders. The one that will not care. Me, if you care about the welfare of the country, the needs of the people, then that's what politics is about. It's not about the type of clothes you wear, how much travel you do, or what tribe you come from. I care less of that. It's not important.
Somebody
it's
else they call.
irrelevant.
Hold on 1 second, Maya. Somebody they call. Critical Thinking Talk Show. Kindly identify yourself, please. Hello? Yes, madam. Sorry, go ahead. The person hang up.
So, for me, I am passionate because when you sit down there, we did not say, I grew up in Freetown. I grew up in Sierra Leone. I was born in Freetown. I know how the condition where me left Salon to now. So if a different leadership don't come, they don't cause so much havoc in that country. Some don't come, they don't do well. Some don't come, they do worse. But what do they look for now at this time? I mean, come on, the world is improving, the technology. I mean, we are so far behind. It's unbelievable. It is so pathetic. Sad as a nation. At this time, if we say in the 80s was much better than now. Where some confident. In the 80s, they don't improve, they don't grow. But instead we're going to back to what? And that is try to change the ways and the lives of our people that live. But change the narrative, change the story. Can you imagine? I mean, the talk said the 80s was much better than now. And it is true. Anybody can talk about that miserable person is not being honest. Let us try for let country come from whatever position it is now, let us make it better. That's all we want. But anybody will please say, me was done and listen to dishonesty or try for because of politics. Let me tell you, I am APC. But the way APC do, I will go there and tell them, guys, you are not doing. And I was in there. I mean, I'm just trying to get it. So why put me in one tribe. But I am saying that we nation need to grow. And the people that think that we go set remote, we are not, because we are right behind you and we're watching you. And that country, they must grow. We must succeed. If we're not benefit, probably the next generation need for live a much better life. Let them get a better story to tell. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
You too, ma'am. Thank you for your time.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yes, sir. Sir, yeah, we get other posting, but I think said it dropped. So welcome, Mr. Sise. Happy birthday, by the way. We'll be giving you a shout out.
Yes, thank
Yes,
you
they're
very
gonna-
much. I'm happy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
bye.
happy to be on the most critical show forever,
Oh, thank
Nasalone. May God
You're
bless you,
welcome.
my sister.
Amen. So
Yeah,
I think say this will get for do part 3 now. I mean part 4 because I'll not be done.
okay.
Then at page 33. But go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think you see many people get interested in this particular document, and it's simply
Yeah.
because people normally get preview to them during the handovering term, and that was very, very, very much disheartening for make a whole sitting president who does have for 2 term, one for present a document, they not allow them for like, or you not get that opportunity there for like a talk on waiting inside the document. But as I say, it's a very good thing you choose such a wonderful topic for make people able for know waiting inside that document today. Of course, when we dey salon, we not get any doubt for see some of the infrastructural development them will actually take place. And as you dey read further in the document, them of course maybe they take note, and I only get few observation in some of the things them way the former presidents we don't do. One like I want to talk on the Lumley Beach. It is very good. Yes, the Lumley Beach don't be turned into like a tourist attraction area, but long don't forget say not to all man get money for they go pay for go na their luxurious hotel, then they or their luxurious houses, and then they will they. So me appeal waiting me think say or waiting me make am for Sinaya. If I say every community then get sideway, they will call recreational place where picking them go get opportunity for play, then things then they. But what we found out na Lumley Beach, now that's the hotels them, when them build at the one end of the street, the other end then they like a make like a fence, they block them. Where if you want to get access, they pass you get for go inside the hotel, go pay the before you get access now them particular place then they. And not all man get their money then they for pay, right? And for make we all enjoy the benefits and the development or the natural resources in the country. I think even if they made like a gigi spaces to them, big hotels, then big companies and there things and they take place, so they left space among them where it would be like a community avenue where people they go come. Even if you not get money for going at the hotel, you go on that side, even at the community owned base. That will be run by the city council and they manage them very well. So at the end of the day, whatever lead to serve them they pay will generate income for even the city councils then. You know, so like for me, that was the idea. I think even if this current president will able for like a look at time, I think that will help the public or the general populace we during we in a seasonal time that we they go na beach. You know, when you put them New Year's, then Easter, that's the time the beach they full. But like the inside them they make them very decent for the general populace. You will not get money for going under, you go for go the other side. And another thing where like for me personally as a development expert, one for like a solar on the sustainability of some of them development has drive them. You know, many of the things the way the former president or the former government they do, it is but very clear that even the blind man that will say they see the infrastructure as development, but me fear now how for sustaining things then they. Nana my own fear. As a development expert, if a project's not sustainable, that project did not last long at all. And if you find out one culture way is very bad in a saloon, now the culture of lack of maintenance. We not maintain at all, at all, at all. I will give you a lot of building or structures that we need maintenance up to today while they talk to you. You look at the UE building, they need maintenance. You look at the National Stadium, need maintenance. You name them, they are there, right? So if we not put strategies in place for make them things and they will be maintained, trust me, no matter effort way anybody they make, now just for that peak of time, it will go down the drain again. So that na my own concern with the development system where they go on. Of course, again, you talk about the education. I they talk with one renowned lecturer so yesterday, for a big college day, say my brother Leonard and tell you, compare Western education and Sierra Leone education. And of course, when we don't come the study the inside, we said those the vast different. Yeah. We education, I can tell you for free, the quality a lack. Even this new administration say they get free quality education. Me, I tell anybody, let challenge me. Let we talk on the quality. Let put politics aside. Yeah. Let we talk about the quality. Then we go able for like a pick the bone out of the fish. They will know say yes, we need for work more. They appreciate the government's current executive waiting that they do. Yes, it's very good, but I think for me, I think if we don't get the quality, then when we get the quality, we will know if this quality will for left and free or not for go free. But you not go get the free, then before you can get the quality. I think we put the cart before the horse. So for like we able to get the quality now, it will be very much difficult because when you look at one classroom, you get 70, 80 students to one teacher. Can you call that quality? No. Not when we give book, we say that quality. I worked in the GEC project back home. That's the Girls Education Challenge project. It's a good project. It was quality stuff that we did the picking them, right? But at the end of the day, when the community or the teachers them not train, the teachers they not get the necessary and things there for ensure say them deliver the goods to the picking them, that education they not get quality. So for me, these are some of the things that where I see. And of course, the previous government, like I say, nobody no go. That's if you know honest to yourself, like the previous caller they say. Sometimes we can see the truth. We say no, not to true this in a lie. But nobody no go and deny the fact say the former president not do anything when a good thing for the country. You look at the education. You talk about universities. We get a lot of universities there now. When they come up, we only talk about Fuabe College and Jala, but now you talk about the Unimark, you talk about the Lincoln, you talk about the McKinney, EBK University in McKinney, and others the way then they put in place. So that's not development for we within at the field of development. The only thing I always they say now how for sustainment and the layman is get opportunity for going to university and able for achieve that kind of education than they. So far, Madam Khadija, I think I will stop the mail that we can able for me on the line.
Thank you so much. I think so we don't exceed so much in a BME small. I think so we'll get for can call this to quit. And then we'll try for do parts 4. Now give you time for yourself go. Thank you so much for your time, sir. God bless you.
God bless you too. Thank you.
Again.
Welcome.
Yes, fellow Salinian. I mean, so I forget one more person, Mr. Lehman and Miss Nancy. I'm so sorry. I don't know why we're not able to connect. Mr. Lehman be connect, but then remember what's in bind we together, which is the green, white, and blue. We must agree to disagree in a peaceful manner. And at the end of the day, we no say we green, white, and blue, they above anything else. We will continue with this wonderful note. The handover notes for now get clarity in so many areas. With that said, I'm sorry for the calls that we will not get through, and the one that will be one coming we will not able to get through. And I take this opportunity again for telling a plenty thank you for when I take time out of a busy schedule for partake in today's session. Until next time, this is the Critical Thinking Talk Show with your host Khadija Tijan Nabi. God bless we all, and God bless the Republic of Sierra Leone. Bye.